magical place, Night Hunter.
No, I don't want to. The magic is dead, just like my soul. There we go. There's your D&D game, guys.
I'm not surprised.
Well,
Well, this is fun.
I guess that means that I can eat my D&D game now.
Yep. For your D&D game, ladies and gentlemen. It's great. We got these new. It's great. We got these new edible character sheets. Just $4.99 a stack.
They're printed on fruit tape.
Exactly. It's wonderful. It tastes great.
All character sheets are edible if you have pica.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
Also,
And
you can
enough
digest
water.
a small amount of paper.
Oh God.
But anyway, I believe.
Let's get introductions out of the way.
Sure. I go first. Hi, I'm Andy. I play Narcissa, tasting Horlock. Hi, 900.
I heard her stop thinking.
She's currently healing up some bruises from that last fight.
Hi, I'm Ash. I play Annabelle, the human artificer. She feels bad.
I think we all feel bad.
A little bit.
Maybe just a scooch.
Good.
But, anyway, hi, I'm Danny Boop, and I play Miki, the Salwat Al Kenku monk. And, she didn't have a very good time last session.
I don't think any of you did. Well, I did.
Well, Miki got one shot, okay?
Listen. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I'm Jack. I play Oleg, who I had a personal bet with 2 other people would probably go down first, but no, because I forgot up until he got hit that he had parry as a thing. That was fun. He kinda wants to go talk to somebody.
And I'm Small. I play Pilgrim, the dwarf fighter. And kind of recovering with Narcissa, being emotional support dwarf as usual.
Oh.
Alright, depressed boy, you're on stage.
Listen, I forgot that there was an order and I don't have Discord up, so I couldn't remember who was last.
You're always last.
Gee, thanks for the reminder, Dad.
It's because you're the DM!
You're always last, son!
Also, I don't have a penis.
I mean, good?
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Oh no, I was not mentally and emotionally prepared for this. Why?
Introduce yourself, Night Hunter!
No, you don't fucking understand. I'm sweating and it's supposed to be 60 degrees in this room right now. What the
You can sweat in 60-degree weather, that's not that hard.
fucking hell? Hi, I'm Night Hunter. I'm an emotional wreck right now because I don't have my campaign notebook, but I have a bunch of other things that'll still work.
Voice and hugs.
Oh my God. Just gonna face plant into this spiky D4 I have that's made out of metal.
Please
Just gonna,
don't.
I mean, listen.
Ball.
Anyhow, shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Very well. So, last we left our heroes, they had been accruing some downtime, and after a little while, they wanted to just kind of mosey around the city, see what was going on, buy some new items, in which case, after 3 days of downtime, the party awoke, and due to a possible favor that Narcissus' patron asked of her, felt the need to leave the city. However, they were stopped upon the very strange tiefling known as Tacitus appearing out of Torgrim's shadow. Tacitus made it known that Altreus would like to have a word with all of them, and he led them up to the front gate of the palace. And upon entering, they were brought into a large open room. Only Tacitus was standing with Altreus inside. After a very brief conversation, Altreus told a certain someone to step out into the ring. And out from one of the opposite doors on the far end of the fighting ring stepped the Prince, Silren, in his combat gear. And after making mention that he was supposed to be fighting all five, the group turned around and saw that Oleg had rejoined them. After a very long and painful fight, the party was able to subdue the prince after he went a little feral and turned into a werewolf. However, due to Annabelle shoving some plants down his throat and causing him to gain levels of exhaustion, thus pretty much making him be next to useless.
I fed him poison.
Yes, the party was able to knock him unconscious. After the party had knocked him unconscious, Altreus had brought him back up, and after Tacitus gave everyone a juice box and a clementine, a granola bar, and a good pat on the back saying good job, Tacitus and a bottle of water, yes. Tacitus proceeded to bring Silren into the other room to quote-unquote train with him some more, by order of Silren's father, who, at this point, had been thanking you for taking up or at least considering taking up the offer to protect his son on his coronation day. And it was revealed by him that he's a lich. So that's fun. And after he proceeded to walk out, the party was left to their own devices. So
I got a ring.
That's because I asked about it.
So, what is the party currently doing?
Wasn't Oleg gonna go talk to Toril?
Give me 2 seconds.
Well, I've eaten a third of a gallon of ice cream.
Good. Sorry.
Eat the rest of it.
That was all that was left.
Eat the rest of it. Eat the casing. Eat the carton.
Consume.
Pour that shit down.
Will you quit scraping your mic, please?
I mean, that's not the mic being scraped. That's me taking bites out of this plastic.
Well, don't do that on stream, please.
That was yeah,
My teeth hurt now.
strangely satisfying.
Anyway.
Yeah, moving on. Yeah, Oleg's plan was to go look for anything sort of directed to where Toril was.
Ah, yes, that's right.
And he was, yeah.
So, you are directed back out into the main foyer, and then someone is leading you. One of the servants is leading you up 13 flights of stairs to what
So
appears...
it's a proper palace. Then.
Yeah, it's a proper palace. He's leading you to what can only be described as a playpen for dragons. And as the door is opened, you see there's just this giant pit in the middle of the room that's like 100 feet by 100 feet.
Are there
Like,
scorch
literally
marks all over the walls?
No, but you see like dead sheep, like cleaved horses that are like into, and you see a bunch of little children that, if you remember when you first encountered Toril, have that sort of human-like complexion leading to scales on the fingers and red frill-like hair. You see two twin girls and a boy who's roughly about the age of like 14, 15.
Okay.
What appears to be a 20-year-old who looks like he's more so just kind of like trying to supervise everything. And then you see with Toril, about like halfway across the room, you see a tiny child that is shorter than Miki, and he is currently what appears to be almost juggling 5 sheep. And he's flying as he does this. It's a very strange sight.
Oleg's just gonna firmly clasp his hands behind his back so he doesn't do anything stupid. And is the child next to Toril, or?
Yes, the child is next to Toril. Toril looks like he's trying to prevent this child from dropping all of them, but he's just kind of like watching first.
Okay.
Just kind of like I'll step in if I need to, but I don't think I'll need to.
Yeah, they're like standing next to him, but not quite like hovering under them. Yeah. He's gonna sort of try to slowly make his way across, not wishing to be swarmed by either of the other two smaller children who.
Well, you say that.
Like the one that's juggling. If they're anything like the one that's juggling the sheep, he's probably going to get torn apart.
Well, you say that, but you give me one moment. 3 natural ones. Check perception for red dragonlings.
I mean, they are dragons, so they probably have decent perception.
Yeah, I know,
So.
but still, natural ones.
Yeah.
It was actually not bad still. The two twin girls do not notice you. And then the 15-year-old looking one, just is like just sitting on like a dead horse and just kind of like just sitting there reading a book. The 20-year-old, however, kind of walks over to you and kind of like looks at you, tilts his head a bit, like kind of confused.
Gold Counter and I have a discussion we've yet to finish.
He kind of turns over to where Toril is and begins. Like, do you speak Draconic at all?
Only speaks Elven, Common, and Dwarvish.
Okay. You hear him.
Character for this.
You hear him rasp out some very strange words? Question mark. They seem to be like words because they immediately catch Toril's attention, and then he looks at you, and then he looks down at the child that he's near, and he looks back over to you, and he looks back at the child.
Do you wish me to walk over, or do you want me to just wait?
Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh god. Why do soldiers not get that? What did I get? That's okay. I'm not proficient in those saves either.
As you kind of look back to Toril, you hear as the small dragonling has thrown one of the sheep at you, but you move your head out of the way, but it goes and splats against the wall.
It's a shame it's not a cow with what you just said.
I know.
Sorry.
But no, that sheep is dead now. So, goodbye.
Oh, that'll be lunch.
Goodbye, Filbert. You will be missed.
Make an excellent dinner, though.
I wouldn't
Toro.
doubt-
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wouldn't doubt if you've, for some reason, named every single livestock animal in this entire kingdom.
Listen. I have
When
nothing
you can't
else.
sleep at night, you do things. You know, you got to do something to put yourself to sleep.
Look, I don't have
Yeah,
a
that's just
social
me,
life,
and
Ash.
Jim.
I don't have a social life, Ash. What else am I supposed to do with my free time? Anywho.
So,
let's see.
am I now going to have to dodge like the other 4?
No. No.
So on
you don't have to.
curiosity, was it just like it kept juggling them and threw it, or just kept juggling, dropped one, and like drop kicked the sheep over to me?
Kept juggling and threw it. Like, juggle, juggle, juggle. Toss one at you, juggle, juggle, juggle.
Okay, impressive.
This kid is very strong.
Hmm,
Uh,
no
very
shit.
horrifying, but very strong.
Okay.
Toro begins to walk over to you. Is there something you require?
Well, when I was hired for the original job, you were about to explain something to me, and then we got slightly interrupted. I asked what you could possibly have that I would want.
This probably isn't the time or place for it. Kind of looks around at the children.
Yes.
Unless you would like to. And he kind of points around to, the dead animals and such.
Yeah, Oleg's gonna stand there and just. Well, yes, I would prefer not to have the conversation in front of children if at all possible.
Well, then, if you would follow me, we shall depart from my office. And he kind of snaps his finger a couple times, and the older child, the 20-year-old, kind of looks over, sees like he's being talked to. They speak in that same language. The older sibling nods, and then begins to like corral the children. And begins to bring them somewhere else, and then you two begin to walk off to the bank. So, while this is going on,
Hi. Am I the only one unmuted, or?
I'm here.
No, I'm here.
Yeah.
What was our plan after the fight?
Everyone else, I think, left except for Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle went to look for the prince.
Narcissa is gonna go get pastries with Miki and Torgrim because she is sore and is having a bad day.
yes, that's right, pastry shopping and talking to a depressed prince. Yay. So,
There's a joke I can make there about our average everyday life, but I'm not going to.
yeah, I bet you're not going to. Anywho, so out of the 2 people, either Annabelle or the group of 3, you may choose as to who wants to go first in their endeavors.
Want to just roll a d20 and see who gets higher?
Sure. Who's gonna roll the d20 for the group?
Hey, you guys are going first.
I mean,
Wait,
hold
roll
on.
it anyways. You guys are going first.
Yeah,
Good.
So just barely.
Okay,
there was a chance that another nat 1 could have been rolled.
my
Yes.
life though.
For people just listening, I rolled a nat 1. They rolled
I got a 3.
They win.
So, Mickey, Torgrim, and Narcissa, you three, begin to make your way out into the town to acquire pastries and have fun after a very traumatic day.
Narcissa is trying to comfort the big sad Mickey.
Yeah.
At this point,
Treat
she would have.
ourselves.
At this point, she would have dried her eyes and is not crying anymore. She's kind of acting rather deflated.
I'm trying to think of a depressed tiny owl, and Jesus Christ, my heart is hurting even more than it did. How dare you? Danny, how dare?
So, we could get some pastries, and maybe Mickey, if it might help you feel better, a hot bath might help.
At least be good for, sore muscles and stuff.
Yeah, we did all get fairly fucked up.
Mickey just kind of gives like a little bit of a sad laugh and goes, well, he did only hit me the one time, but apparently once was enough.
Mickey, you lasted longer than I did, and it was amazing. I think, and kind of Narcissa puts her arm around Torgrim. I mean, he lasted longer than I did. It's great. Just, oh, I hate him so much.
I mean,
Pastries.
I still got the little fucked up though.
Oh, yes, you did. How's your knee doing, by the way?
No bolt.
That is true. My knee does not have a bolt in it either. So, pastries first, then we get a bath.
Aye.
Okay.
Maybe we can find something, maybe pink for you to wear. Maybe a nice pink cloak.
Kind of part of the reason why I wear the grays makes it, easier to blend in if I need to.
So not a cloak.
Well, I have my pink bag.
I have an idea. But first, sweets. And Narcissa will start trying to look for, the sweet any pastry shop because she is the tallest here.
You actually do see one fairly easily. It is a crepe shop. It is a crepe store, essentially, specializing in those as well as coffee, drinks, and such.
Why am I not surprised?
Listen.
Well, friends, and Narcissa has both Torgrim and Michelle by the hand and is walking. This way. Kind of points with a hand that's holding Torgrim's hand.
Torgrim will happily follow along.
Once we order our crepes, and I don't want to have to drag you into what I have to do if you don't want to come, especially you, Michelle. If it's going to be safe for you to stay here in the kingdom, just so you'll be there when you get your letter. You don't have to come with.
Well, I'm sure that they can hold my letter at the inn. If I don't know. She's kind of sitting there trying to think of how to word what she's trying to say and poking at her crate because she's never had a crate before. She doesn't know how to eat this thing.
You have to get a fork. You have to get the fork and the knife and. Sweetie.
So, do you want the normal crepes, or do you want the deluxe crepes?
I want a deluxe crepe.
Torgrim's paying for all of them. All of them get to
Okay. So Torgrim is paying
Quickly,
for
what chivalry gland?
So
Narcissus is going to help Miki cut her
So-
actual mantle pieces for an owl.
So the crepes come out, and originally, like you've seen some of the crepes that are going like back and forth that are coming in and out of the place, and you see them. The ones that are coming out of the shop for you are not on little plates. They're on platters. So it goes a giant one that's about the size of the platter, and then inside the giant one there are 9 more that are wrapped. There's like on the first layer there is peanut butter and whipped cream. The second layer is chocolate. The third layer is this hazelnut spread, so on and so forth. There's fruit in there. There's like peanuts and walnuts and stuff like that. It is food coma, but yeah, worth it. Very much worth it.
Yeah, no, if things need to be cut, Narcissa will be the good friend and kind of help Miki to have hers into a.
Well, if that
like,
description,
test pieces.
Miki's also just kind of staring at it like, what on earth?
I love how the weakest one of the 3 is helping you guys cut your food.
Listen, I'm not that weak.
Miki doesn't need help cutting her food. She just is like, what is this? It looks good, but what is it?
Yeah.
She knows how
Yeah,
to use a
Torgrim's
knife
good.
and fork.
Torgrim isn't good with words, so he's just gonna pay for it. Be a gentleman.
Here, have my love in the form of food.
Yes. Look, I can give you hugs, but I'm not good with words that often, so let me pay for you.
Thank you, Torgrim. You really didn't have to do that.
I don't mind. I got plenty of gold. It doesn't matter to me.
Alright. So,
I
you
have.
enjoy your crepes.
As we're going to get a bath and all, Narcissa would like to stop off somewhere where she can get ribbon.
Ribbon?
Yes, ribbon.
Okay. Alright. You find a craft store easily enough.
Yes. She wants to get some, like, lovely muted pink ribbon. Not too bright.
Okay.
And she's gonna get some other colors of ribbon.
Okay, so like, how many are we talking? How many colors total?
She's gonna, hold on, about like 4.
Okay. That'll be 8 copper pieces.
I'll just throw down a silver and be like, here you go.
Alrighty.
And then I'll join for a bath hiding my ribbons.
I don't know where you want to hide them, but okay.
Like, in my stuff! I have to be naked to take a bath.
So, like, in the
Like, my jacket.
I was gonna say, like, jacket or backpack or something like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so, for the bath for everyone, is one person paying for it, or is everyone paying their own?
Torgrim is paying!
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you guys want your clothes cleaned and pressed as well?
After that fight, hell yeah, I'm gonna pay
Yes,
for that
thank
now.
you. Their compliance is not a factor.
Okay, so for the bath itself, that'll be 5 silver from each of you, is what it would be. 5 silver
All right.
person for the bath, and then for pressing the clothing, it's 3 silver each.
Okay, so how
Because
much?
you have a lot of blood on your clothing. That is going to take time and elbow grease.
Yeah, how much silver? Okay, so that's 15.
So 24 silver total. 5 per
Okay.
person for the bath, and then 3 per person for... clothing.
So essentially, if you hand them like 3 gold, you should be good.
Yeah, I was just saying, just give him 3 gold, keep the change out of the carrot.
All right.
I have lots of money.
Narcissa has almost pushed Torgrim out of the way with her like hips, just to try to get him not to pay for her.
He just kind of like, having 18 strength, he just kind of like, very, very carefully, just like grabs her by the waist and like lifts her up to like move her aside and stands in front of her like, no, let me be a gentleman.
A dwarf with strength enough to combat dats.
Oh, but Vicky, this would be the first time you notice that Narcissa has a tattoo across her back of hawk wings.
Like when she sees, she's just kind of looking at the tattoo, just like looking at, and then like genuine happiness in her voice again. She just says, "Oh, that's really pretty."
Oh, thank you. I got them after I got Eloise. Well, in this form of her, it's a weird story.
Kind of wish I could get a tattoo, but hard to do when you have feathers covering everything.
Well, you can always find a way around stuff.
I mean, I guess. I've never really heard of a kinku getting a tattoo, honestly.
Beak tattoo?
Like, she just kind of puts her hands over her beak. Well, that sounds really painful.
I mean, I know a tiefling who got a horn piercing. That is... Ugh.
I guess it would be the same kind of thing, I don't know.
Oh, well, hey, do you think you can get my back?
Yeah.
Hard cut over to Annabelle.
Ah, yes, I am here. I am here!
So you left to try and find the prince, correct?
I mean, I technically know exactly where he is, or at least exactly where he was going.
I wouldn't say exactly. You know, he went to a different room. But
Yeah, and I know where that room was. So,
well, you opened the door to a hallway.
At this point, the howler would still be active, so where do I smell the nearest concentration of noodle breath?
Roll. Jesus fucking Christ. Roll a survival check with disadvantage.
Which is evened out by the fact that I would have advantage otherwise.
Because he hasn't had noodles for quite some time.
Well, I also just know what he smells like.
This is fair, but you specified noodle breath.
Well, that was just for the jest, my friend.
I am aware. Go ahead and roll.
It's only a 10.
You end up walking down the hallway, and
Failing
A
that,
couple-
I'm also looking for the smell of acid.
okay, that's
Considering
a
I
little
did.
bit a stronger scent. You're like,
Sure.
oh well, this rancid odor smells familiar. Just gonna follow that.
Just, oh yeah, threw acid into his spine.
You are walking for a good 5-10 minutes, and then you come to a door that has 4 guards posted outside of it. 4 autumn guards who are all wearing heavy plate armor and are standing sentry, essentially.
So am I just sort of standing in front of them?
Yeah, kind of.
So, hey.
Also, you can hear audible noises that sound like fighting in that room. It
Is
is
Prince
very-
training inside?
Yes, he is, and he's not to be disturbed.
So that, I'm assuming, includes set-ins.
Set-ins?
Like someone not bothering his training but just watching.
Roll a persuasion check, real quick.
Oh, hey, I'm actually kind of good at these. In before nat 1. Alright, 24 bump to 26.
You three stay here. I'll be right back. And he goes inside, and you can hear, like, screams and, like, howls of pain. And then you just see him, like, slowly back out of the room. And he turns around. There's a little bit of, like, blood on his, like, helmet now. Not his blood, but someone else's.
I know whose blood it is.
You may go in, but hug the wall.
That's fair.
He opens the door for you, like, slightly, and he's not even, like, opening the door fully. It's, like, enough for you to, like, squeeze in sideways. That's it.
Yeah, so Annabelle's gonna do that and then make sure to stay right on the wall.
Okay. In the middle of the room, you see a you see a very haggard and beaten down Sylvan. And I would like you to roll a perception check, please.
I'm less good at these. But I still got a 15.
So, in the form that you think would have been Tacitus, it is now twice his normal size, a lot beefier looking, and he is black as night. His skin is completely turned black. And it looks like he's just standing stationary. But there are things reaching out of his shadow, trying to stab the prince.
Annabelle's just gonna nod and watch how this proceeds for a little bit.
I'm gonna have to roll to see what happens. So you know that part in the dungeon that when you're doing a dungeon crawl and you're like, oh, it'll be fine. We'll have a rest afterward. Nope, no rest. That's literally what's happening right now. Let's see.
Soren or to Annabelle?
To Silrin. Like, he just got done fighting all of you.
And
now he
which
has
we
to
knocked
fight.
him out.
Yes, and now he gets to fight someone else. So, oh, well. So, you see Tacitus begin to, the what appear to be, like, just jagged points coming out of his shadow, begin to start striking at the prince. One pierces his shoulder, one gets his leg, one clips his head. Not, like, taking his head off, but, like, skins part at the top of his head. And then Tacitus rushes forward, picks the prince up by the throat, and chokeslams him. And then Ultras just calls the fight off. And he notices you, actually.
Well, it's not like Annabelle is being particularly stealthy. She's just sort of standing. She's not hiding the fact she's there.
He more so just noticed you now because, oh hey, new person in the room.
Yeah.
Might I ask what you're doing here?
Well, I still it's still so weird that he has the same accent as Annabelle to me. Sorry. Well, I was still hoping to talk to the prince. Figured your training will be over soon.
He's still got training to do. And he looks at the now slightly breathing body of the prince just lying on the ground.
Wasn't he supposed to go to sleep? Like, very specifically? I mean, I guess this is technically sleeping, but that's not the kind of sleep that's good for you.
He did go to sleep, but that sleep was cut short. Let's just say he didn't get a good night rest. He kind of squints and looks at Tacitus. Is kind of like producing another water bottle for the prince, just handing it to him. So, technically speaking, he did sleep, but not for very long.
You know you're gonna kill him if you keep that up. And I know you guys got a thing about, like, liches and stuff, but, I don't think that's advisable before his time as king is done.
They have a thing about liches. I am supposed to make sure that he is strong enough to fight off any would-be assassins if the people who have been hired to guard him fail their jobs or are preoccupied and he gets cornered.
Supposing that's fair. I assume since you said he's handing Silrin a water bottle, that Silrin is at least kind of awake again?
Yeah, he's like half awake. He's like at 1 hit point.
Can Annabelle walk over?
You can try if you want.
She is doing it. Is anyone stopping her?
No, but you're getting a glare from Altris.
Yeah, glare at me all you want. Can't stop a trained medical professional. I mean, physically you can, but it's rude.
The prince is now being, like, kind of patted on the head and lifted up onto his feet.
Going to give him a water bottle in the form of an alchemical healing draft.
And then Tacitus sees you. Oh. Hi again.
Hi,
How's it
Tacitus.
going?
It's going alright. Did you beat the prince up?
Yeah, I did.
Alright.
I mean, I was kind of told to, so, I mean, it's my job.
That is a very specific job description, Tacitus.
I mean, and he kind of pulls out a piece of paper and shows it to you. It is literally his job description of being the assistant to the prince's trainer.
I see nowhere on this paper that it says beat the prince up.
I did as I was told to.
I suppose that is fair.
Alright, he's now at 11 HP.
Alrighty then. Well, when's training for the day gonna be over, or are you gonna literally make him stay up all night as you punch him to near death?
I mean, kind of looks down at the prince slightly, kind of like cocking his head. I'm supposed to just kind of find him whenever and fight him. It's kind of funny. I did that when he was in the bathroom the other day. It was really funny. He slipped on the soap. It was great.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
She's completely ignoring Altreus at this point. So your job is to find him wherever he is, scare him and fight him.
Yeah, it is.
He doesn't need to be in the castle to do that for you to do that, do you?
I mean, it can really be wherever.
Cool.
Why?
Hey, Silrin, do you want to leave the castle for a little bit?
Why? What? Why?
She's
For
gonna
what?
get close. She's gonna get close up on him to she's practically whispering in his ear, just like, "You seem like you need a break."
Kind of looks so.
And
Kind of
honestly,
looks.
I think I can probably distract Tacitus if he tries to attack you with food.
kind of looks over to Altreus. You can roll an insight check if you'd like.
All right then.
Not Tessus. Sorry, Altreus.
Yeah,
So many names that sound similar last endings. It's
just
hard.
slightly similar.
It's hard.
I don't think I'd have advantage, so it's a 12.
He's still glaring at you, but it's the glare hasn't changed.
It's the glare of why are you here?
Yeah, it's the glare of I don't think I asked for you to be here.
Annabelle is very, very rarely asked into a situation. She just sort of appears.
Tacitus looks at you. I mean, how long would he be gone for? Because I think he needs to kind of be here for a little while to do some stuff. He's got a meeting with someone important.
I mean, when's that meeting?
Looks to Altreus. 20 minutes from now.
Hmm.
Yeah. And he kind of, Tacitus leans into you. He might be getting married soon.
Well, Annabelle's gonna narrow her eyes at that. Just like, Alright then. Well, I'll leave that up to the prince then. As your soon-to-be crowned monarch, he should have some say in what happens in his day-to-day life.
I mean, that's fair, but why are there 4 of you?
There's always 4 of me, huh?
Oh no. I could how long would I be gone for?
Well, we can either wait to do it after your meeting, or we could go ahead but be kind of cut short since you have a meeting in 20 minutes.
I could probably do it after the meeting.
Alright then. Well, you know where to find me. And you know, I can always get you more noodles since I did eat them once, and so I now forever know what they taste like and can make them infinitely.
That's a very strange string of words that you turned into a sentence. I'm gonna go and get healed because my feet feel like they're not in the right spot.
Are his feet broken?
You can see a bit of bone sticking out, like not out of the skin, but like you can see that it's not in the right place. And he's like slightly standing at an angle.
Silver, this is gonna hurt.
Wait, what?
As I cast Cure Wounds while trying to put that back normal.
Oh, thank you.
Not a problem. I have a very hands-on approach to medicine.
I can tell.
Literally animal friends. Hey, but now you're not gonna further destroy your ankle by walking.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, trust me. Trust me, Sylvan, you don't want to walk on a broken bone. That's gonna do you bad times.
Fair enough.
Alright then. Well, I guess find me whenever you're done with your meeting. At that tavern we've been staying at, that I have the darndest time remembering the name of right now.
Empty Trough.
Empty Trough. That one. Thank you, Silverin. Or Altreus, whoever said that.
You're welcome.
Alright, well, I'm a skedaddle. She just sort of like moseys her on way out.
Alrighty. Back over to Oleg. Oleg, at this point in time, you and Torl have made it back to his office at the bank. And he's gesturing for you to take a seat.
Oleg does so.
He kind of begins to look at you.
Just blank expression.
Tell me, what is it you want out of this type of work? Gold is easy enough to come by as a payment, but with your, shall we say, distasteful past, is usually something else.
Wow. To go back and stop the slaughter of a city of innocents would be fucking marvelous, but we both know there's no way that's going to happen. At this point, well, were I able to do anything else, I would. I tried to, and I do not have the aptitude or skill. I spent years trying to be a farmer. Didn't work. And then, well, when people realize that you're good at killing things, that's really all that they ever ask you to do after that. Oh, just one more job. Just one more job. Answer my question. What could you possibly have? That had me curious.
Well, you could either go for redemption, or I do know of someone to be able to.
Someone what, sorry?
Yeah, he's kind of mulling over what the next series
yeah.
of words is. He's like kind of looking up, just kind of. Could know someone who would be able to possibly wash out the stains.
Unless they have a way of going back in time, I doubt that could happen. And if, however, you mean removing those memories, no. I would not let that happen. Someone needs to carry that guilt. Because the rest of them sure as shit don't seem to.
Tell me, Orlek, how willing are you to do this?
To do what? Protect the king.
Clean your slate. What are the lengths you would go to ensure it?
Short of removing the memories, I would fucking do anything, mate. I would do anything. Short of removing memories or killing another innocent.
Hi, so computer blue screened on me. Sorry.
Damn.
Apparently, the gods don't want me to play D&D today.
That's fair. That is what we refer to as a big oof.
Yep.
Are you going to be able to get it back up?
Yeah, it's currently picking itself back up. it might be a bit though, so we might as well just do our break early.
Mm.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Dude,
No,
you
dude, that
fine.
happens. You can't
It's
control it.
literally
It's
like,
fine.
it's literally like, critical error. Shuts
Oh,
off.
boy.
Well, fine.
you
So,
can't control when your computer decides it wants a nap.
Mm.
It's looking like it's wanting to come back online. So we'll take our little 5 or so minute break early. Sorry.
Okay.
It's alright. Hey, at least
Alright. Don't be.
it, it's no big deal, dude. We'll just take break, come back. Computer should hopefully be back up and running on your end by then, and then we'll just get back into it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Luckily, it didn't happen during like combat or something.
Mm.
That would
Let's
be
take a break in
so
combat.
Yeah, mid combat when like 3 people are down.
Let's take a break when our fate
like
is
that.
literally on the line.
It's like that moment where your mum calls you when you're playing a video game. You got like 3 health left.
I can't pause, Mom.
Alright, but we're gonna
You're just playing the game. Because if I unpause it, I'm going to die.
Alright, but we're gonna take a quick break, everybody, and then we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Actually, Knight, are you still on
Yes.
your... I have a sneak attack damage modifier.
I can't see it right now. So
Are you a rogue?
I'm just... No, I'm not. I'm a third
I'll-
level master.
So
We'll
it's
have
on
to
your
look
character
at it.
sheet.
Yeah, it's one of the global damage modifiers. Because I've got superiority dice, but... Yeah, that's
I'm
weird.
looking.
No, it's just on mine. It's weird. Is
Yeah, I
there
know,
a
I'm
way
looking.
to- Hmm.
I mean,
Oh, I just deleted it anyway, but yeah.
yeah, you're not a rogue at all.
No, battle masters don't get that.
Might just be a thing where Roll20 decided you get that for some reason. It does
Yeah.
that sometimes.
Like, oh, I don't know, about 4 months ago or something, they were showing passive intelligence. Which is actually useful, and now I can't figure out a way to put that back on the sheet.
I mean, the passive skill is just 10 plus your modifier, so it's not
Yeah.
too hard to figure it out.
Yeah, it's just nice to have a number sat there that you don't have to, think about and do math for. Because I hate math.
okay, looks like
Not
it's
sure.
going to hopefully work. Come on,
Yeah.
come on. I just gotta wait for Discord to come back on my computer.
Yeah, I'm not particularly sure why that's the thing for you.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
I mean, you activated your various field modifiers just then.
Yeah, I'm looking through, seeing if...
Roll20 just sometimes does really weird things, so it's probably best not to worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh. I'll leave the damage modifier field there though, because it's a lot easier for rolling for riposte, doing that than fucking remembering 1d8 plus whatever.
Yeah.
Plus my... Oh no, it's just roll a 1d8. It's 1d8 plus dex for the parry, I think.
Yeah. Alright.
Parry die plus dex mod. Okay.
I need to actually pass out some of the healing potions Annabelle's been making.
Alright, I shall be back in a moment.
Alright then. Hello, Night Hunter. Hello, stream.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're streaming. Fuck.
Yeah. We're streaming like we always do.
Listen, it's been a rough day.
I understand that.
Also,
Hello, I returned.
Okay, so we did have one
Oh,
person
wow.
return. Okay, there's another.
I've been
Look.
here the entire time.
Like I wanted to grab something to drink. I also wanted to like heat up my burrito from Taco Bell that I didn't get to eat.
Nom nom.
Yeah, 5-layer
I
burrito that
ended up-
came with my chalupa box.
I ended up taking my break a little early because, like, okay, I have to pee, and then it's like, oh wait, that happens. So
Yeah.
guess what I found in Minecraft?
Are you seriously still playing Minecraft?
No, I started playing it when it said, all right, let's take our break, and I'm like, okay, I got nothing else to do.
Andy.
Listen, I wasn't thirsty, I wasn't hungry, so why not?
I mean, you are thirsty before a certain dwarf.
Listen, that's coming later. That is coming later.
So will he.
Ah! Jokes.
Ah.
I hope he's not the only one.
No,
That'll
just
depend
him.
on a skill check.
Just him. Only him.
It's just a little sad.
Just like me.
I'm sad too.
By the way, Knight, sorry about being so adamant about trying to help the boy. I desire this boy's happiness.
Listen,
And
got-
Annabelle wants him to be her friend.
you've got
Many
a long-
reasons.
You've got a long way to go to make him happy. Like, holy shit. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I
You
just
got-
feel bad for him because, oh, you're getting married. You're seriously making this poor boy get married?
Yeah, arranged marriages make this type of a world go round.
Narcissa would feel the biggest, like, bad for this poor boy.
Wondering who he's getting married to.
I have no idea, but, oh god, that poor woman.
I mean, yeah,
Or man.
you don't know. I know, you don't know.
Hmm. I never know if certain things are going to come up or not, and if they do, I don't know if I should be mad or not. But oh well.
Why though?
Just
I've
know
lost my
without
way.
knowing that I will be angry.
God, what if the king asks us to guard his wedding?
I mean, then we've got to do what they do at the end of Wreck-It Ralph and just stand waiting by the window with all of the guns. Just waiting for someone to make a move.
I've never seen that movie.
It's got a pretty cute ending scene. It's also not a bad movie. If you like kids' movies. With, like, overarching adult themes.
Okay, apologies for that.
You're fine.
I am back with Doggo.
Give that doggo a pap.
I mean, I would, but he chewed the fuck out of a blanket, so...
Give him a
Naughty
slightly
pepper.
authoritative pap.
He had the authoritative pap, alright. Oscar, come here, buddy. Oi.
Even the dogs in Australia respond to
Give
the
me
oi.
back my sock. Don't look at me. Don't wag your tail. You know you're not supposed to. You're looking at me and wagging like your tail like you've done something right. Do I have to throw out another pair of socks now?
Yes. So what does that make it?
Hmm?
Does it make now 11 pairs of socks?
We're up to about 11, yeah.
That doggo has a taste for fabric.
He does.
I appreciate
Need to
that no
take a
one
photo
commented on
off.
that mistake.
Yeah, I just thought I'd not say anything. I'm gonna try to post a photo of what my bed cover looks like now.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Naughty puppy.
Has it become dog food?
It has.
Yeah.
Is Danny back?
It's a good question. Is Danny back?
We're missing the boop.
All right. Well, time for chaos. Everyone start lighting things on fire.
Ah! You know,
Mom's
I'm
not
way
home.
ahead of you.
Pours
Mom's not
gasoline
home.
on self. Yep, mom's
I
not home.
play a
Pour
potato
gasoline
man,
on
so
everything.
can I light things on potato?
I mean, if you try hard enough, you can.
The force
Or his-
potato.
His fireball is a Molotov potato. Does that count?
I mean, sure.
Mm.
Oh God.
Also, side note, Pyromancer's first level ability, really fucking cool.
What's
What
the
is it?
first level ability?
If you reduce, it's the elemental Pyromancer. If you reduce an enemy to 0 hit points with a fire spell, you can choose to have them explode and deal your charisma modifier worth of fire damage to any enemies that are adjacent to it.
Fun.
Nice.
Oh.
Hmm.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's like the epitome of I explode you so cool that everyone around you feels it.
Yeah, and you can choose to make that happen too. Like, it doesn't actually have to happen. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's just like within a 5-foot radius. But
Cool
like,
guys
if I was playing
don't look at
if I was playing an
explosion.
actual pyromancer and I did that, like, I wouldn't care if someone was next to him. I'd just be making them explode.
Cool
'Cause
guys
you
don't look
reduce
at
them to ash and they explode at the same time, or something like that, and all the stuff they're wearing catches fire.
Okay.
Are we still waiting for the boop back?
Mm.
I don't hear a boop.
No, she could have fallen asleep.
Not likely at this time.
I'm excited.
For what?
For possibly Narcissa and Oleg to talk.
Mm.
If things don't go down between the time he leaves the bank and makes it back to the tavern.
Listen,
Okay,
shit
I'm
can
back.
happen.
Welcome back.
The boop is back. The boop returned.
Computer back up and working?
Yes, thankfully. Like, my fucking God. That,
The boop
like,
is it
horrified
returns
me.
to us.
So, is everyone ready?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yep.
So, someone remind me where we left off. I'm pretty sure it was with Oleg and Tor, correct? Tor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Torl
do
just
any-
asked Oleg what he was willing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, and Oleg said, do anything but erase the memories and kill an innocent person.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, oh, of course, and the music's gone. God damn it. Wait. It's
Still
No, it's
playing
still
on my
going.
side.
That's not good. Give me 1 second.
I see a picture of a precious pupper.
There we go. Okay,
Couple
now it's going.
pictures.
Because Roll20 decided to glitch out on my end. Anywho. Well, this isn't something you would get awarded immediately for, but what if I could offer you the chance to rewrite some things?
Wow. You're truly serious. Of course I would fucking take that chance.
And he kind of looks,
If you're serious.
he kind of tilts his head up. You may enter. and from the back you hear as a cloaked figure begins to step into the room. Closes the
From
door.
behind Tall or from behind Oleg?
Behind you. He closes the door, begins walking,
Turn,
the feet
turn to look.
clicking on the floor. Roll a history check.
Okay. Where is history? Under H. Oh, shit.
You remember seeing a figure of about this stature, wearing almost the exact same clothes, as if nothing had changed in those years since the battle. You remember seeing this person speaking to your superiors,
Oh.
and you remember this person walking the scarlet streets of the day after.
Oh boy.
And you see him walk up, and at this point in time, he stops and he's about like a foot from you. He kind of glances down at you. This is the first time you've gotten a decent look at him under the cloak and the hood that he keeps up. You see, he has very pale skin. His eyes have a little bit of a streak downwards, almost like black ink dripping from his eye sockets.
You said he's taller than Oleg. Approximately how much taller would you say?
Um,
Like a
I'd
couple
say
of foot
good.
or?
I mean, Oleg is what, about 6?
He's about 6'4".
This person's standing at about 8 feet.
6'3". Okay.
This is a very tall person. And he kind of is looking down at you.
I think I know who this is.
It's been quite some time since I've seen you. How are the dreams?
Oleg just looks at him. Like, not like a my face, just like a, with one of those, what's the best way to describe it? With one of those, like, how do you think they are sort of expressions on his face. And then just, oh, well, if you like the screams of thousands and thousands of innocent women, children, and men filling your nightmares, then I'd say it was fucking marvelous. I, however, do not.
And he kind of leans down closer to you. And the closer he gets to you, the cold, like, the temperature is, you think, is, like, dropping in this room. It's getting colder and colder. And he kind of becomes eye level with you. And he kind of holds up his right hand. And from it, you see a little red gem in the center of his hand. Not like it's being held, but like it's in his hand.
Oh, okay.
Like it's embedded into his skin and flesh. And you see it kind of begin to bubble. And from it, you see a small face that begins to. And then another one. And then another. 5 more. 10. 20. You're starting to lose count as they keep doing this, bubbling forth from his hand and then pulling back in. I do so enjoy the sounds of screaming.
Just, I like doing that. Just slow clap.
He kind of pulls himself back and goes to stand behind the desk. Torl is still seated, but he's standing right next to him. So,
Sorry, would there be, because like personally, I have an idea who this might be, but would I like be Would there be a chance Ola could roll to see if he recognized the person?
Recognize in terms of what specifically?
If he recognizes who they are, or I could be. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. I'll whisper something to you.
Okay. Oh god, I sneezed. Oh god, it hurts. Oh fuck. Ugh.
That's why I'm asking.
Give me 1 second.
And given height and such.
You already know.
Okay. Yep. Okay. No.
You
I
don't-
just wanted
you
to make
don't-
sure of that.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. You know, you
Okay,
are aware.
Yeah. No, I wasn't entirely certain because you're like, oh, he's yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what the history
Sorry.
was for. No,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah. Right.
So you want to erase your past deeds. Not necessarily forget, but you want to get rid of some of the stains. Is that what I'm gathering? Yes?
Well, if that's the only way to go about it, I would prefer to make it so that had never happened. But, well, it's not exactly something that's possible, is it?
It kind of turns its head slightly over into Toral's direction. Leave us. Toral gets up, begins to walk out,
Okay.
closing the door.
Not scary.
And you hear it
Oh,
being
great,
locked.
I'm locked in with him.
And
Wonderful.
now, this person sits.
Oleg's
in
hands
the
are definitely no longer behind his back or anything like that.
And now this person sits in Toral's chair and putting his feet up on the desk. Tell me, if I were to do this for you, erase some of your misdeeds, what would you do for me? Would you be willing to do?
Well, there's no way I'm giving you any more innocence to fucking torture.
Oh, you've given me plenty for the longest time. I think that'll be fine, but I'm curious. If I make this deal with you, erasing your misdeeds, what type of assurance can I get from you that you're going to hold to your end of the bargain? If I come to you in the middle of the night saying, I need this person gone, or I need this object in this specific location by this time of day in this year, would you do it? Would you remember to do it?
As much as we both know you're gonna fucking hurt me for doing it, I will make it done.
That's what I like to hear. So,
What other choice do I have?
well,
None.
I wouldn't call it none. You could always say no.
Mm,
And he begins to just kind of smile,
yes, I could.
grin getting a little bit bigger than it should be.
Oh god, he's not one of those people that's got way too many teeth to fit in his mouth, is he? Okay, the silence makes me worry.
Let's put it this way. You're not the only person in that little group of yours who has a job. And he kind of leans in, and you're not the only person in that group who has something to lose if they fail that job.
How fucking shocking.
I have my
People
hands in many
secrets.
places.
How fucking shocking.
I have my hands in many places. I have quite a few things that I need done. Not a specific order, but so long as they get done.
Well, so long as you don't also put me against the people I work with.
Oh, no, I wouldn't dream of doing that, no. However,
Of course.
I would remind you that your allegiances, if this deal is made, might need to be reprioritized.
At that point, Oleg laughs. And he's just gonna lean back a little bit and just be like, wow. My allegiance is to the person I work for. Always has been. I
And
have
if
my
you-
allegiance to them because I fight with them if we were to no longer fight together. That would obviously change, would it not?
At this, he smiles again.
Am I or am I not a fucking mercenary? That is what is expected of me.
That's good to know. And from that hand of his, from that little gem, is produced a piece of parchment. The red in the center of his hand forms upward into white rolled paper,
Okay, that's pretty fucking cool.
and he hands it to you.
Oleg's gonna just be like gingerly, like just the thumb and forefinger grab. It's like
It's very cold to the touch.
that's alright.
And as you open, do you open it?
Yeah, he's gonna open it. Yeah. Roll it wisdom
As
save.
you open, as to a glyph of warding, everyone dies in the room. As you open it, the text on it begins to form in what, considering where it came from, you can assume is blood because it's very red ink. You can assume it's just
Yeah.
blood that's on this.
Yeah.
And then this is a contract that essentially states so long as you perform the given tasks when asked or when they are required to be done, he will grant you the ability to rewrite certain events in your history.
Okay.
When you're looking over it, there are no loopholes, no addendums. It's straight up. If you do what he asks and complete it, doesn't matter how it gets completed or what favor it is, so long as you do it.
Yeah. I mean,
He'll-
Oleg would look at that and look back at him and just be like, I will reiterate one thing. I will not kill an innocent. Not again.
Oh, trust me. The people on this list are far, far from innocent. Have
Oh, so
nothing
good
to
friends
worry.
of yours then.
Oh, no. Some friends of yours, to be sure. Old colleagues and whatnot, but don't worry about that. The list will appear as needed. The names, if you're close enough to
Wonderful.
them. If you're close enough to them, the names will appear, and you'll be able to, well, should be able to locate a man of your talents, has connections, as well as, well, common sense, I imagine.
If I had common sense, I wouldn't have followed me further.
Very true.
Oleg's just gonna stand up at that point. Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't suppose you'd mind unlocking that fucking door now, would you?
Oh, yes, I should probably let him back into this. You can come in now, you overgrown lizard. And he stands up, and then the door opens, and then Toril walks in. And then, are you immediately heading out the door? Or
If he gets a chance, he has one other thing he wants to mention to Toril because he doesn't know if the rest of the party mentioned it.
okay. Toril is kind of walking toward you.
Yeah. He's gonna walk up to Toril and just say when we went to take a look at that town for you, found a journal, and apparently they'd been skimming off the side from what they was sending you. You might want to just double check your figures.
They stated that, yes. But thank you. I will keep that in mind.
Right. Oh, one other question. I don't suppose you set up accounts here, do you? I don't particularly feel like lugging all that loot. I've no real need of it neither.
We can set one up for you.
Wonderful. And he's just gonna move to shake Toll's hand.
Okay, and you do so. By the way, did you end up ever signing the contract? Or did you just take it?
He's just got it.
Okay.
I mean, I figured as soon as he touched it, it would have taken some of his blood, but yeah. Or like it being in his possession. I figured like it being in his possession would have been a lot similar to the contract that they got from Thor. Unless you want him to sign with his blood.
Oh no, I'm just curious whether or not you actively tried to sign your name on it or not. I didn't know if you just like took it and rolled it up or just like tried to sign your name.
It's still in his hand. It's not rolled up or
okay.
anything. He's just holding it.
Okay, good to know. I just wanted to know because I couldn't remember if you said that you like tried to sign your name or whatever.
No, well, I suppose Oleg would have assumed as well that like, okay, contract appearing out of nowhere. Largely similar to how Toril produced the other contract he carries. Probably don't need to sign me name.
So, I imagine you begin to depart from the bank then?
Yeah, well, like as soon as he walks out of that room, he's gonna roll it up and put it in a belt pouch or something, and yeah, just go and sort out the account, drop the money he got paid by Laurel and the prince into it, which I think was 1,250.
Yes.
And yeah, drop that into it and just leave it there.
Alrighty.
And then probably walk off to the tavern.
Alright. But so by this time, Annabelle, you would have made it back to the tavern, and the bath spa day would be over at this point.
Yeah. Well, sorry. I was gonna say when we get back to the tavern, Narcissa will ask Miki to see her staff for about that moment.
Okay. And she will hold out her quarterstaff to Narcissa.
And Narcissa gets to tying a very lovely pink bow on it. But it's kind of like a pink bow at the end of like a grip sort of thing with the ribbon. So like the ribbon's forming a bit of a grip on the staff, and then there's just a very small kind of pink bow. And she hands it back to Miki.
Thank you.
I thought you'd like it. No, I just want to do something nice for a friend.
Thank you.
Give her a hug.
Hug back.
Torgrim,
Yes, Narcissa.
before Oleg gets back, I know this is gonna sound a little weird, but I got this ribbon, and well, it doesn't do as good as braid holders, well, actual braid holders, but do you think you could maybe braid my hair? It's a little unwieldy in combat when it's out.
Torgrim just has like a little soft chuckle. Of course. Whenever you need.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kiss his cheek.
Oh, he gets a little flustered at that. Like, oh, Andy, you can't do this. My heart.
So you say that, but you already did.
I know.
I got this dark blue ribbon because I thought it matched my hair, and then I got this ribbon, and it's a kind of pale yellowish colored. Well, because it made me think of you, and I thought it looked very nice.
Kind of just blinks a couple times, like, oh. He kind of doesn't know what to say. So, oh.
Miki's
Love
just
you.
kind of smiling seeing all this going on.
At this point, Oleg does walk in, so you do see your
Well, I mean,
compatriots.
the braiding will have to be waited for later. Ola,
Mm-hmm.
do you think we could talk upstairs?
Okay.
Begins playing Let's Get It On.
Oh god, no.
She kind of nods for him to follow her upstairs to her room.
Yeah, he'll follow. Still confused.
When she kind of closes the door, she's gonna like kind of just go over and sit on the bed and kind of look at it and go. First off, I'm sorry for how much of a shit I've been acting towards you.
He's just gonna wave his hand. Like, wave it off.
No. It's more than just me being a shit. I equated you and the things I've heard that you've done with the people who took my mother away from me, and it was wrong. It was very wrong of me to do. You're different from them. I can see that, at least. You're not
You just hear him snort softly.
them. You're not the murderer that I just the cold-blooded murderer, at least at the moment. And I've been through a lot in the past, like, 3-ish days, and I'm still trying to process it all emotionally.
Fair.
I found out I have an uncle. You know, the blonde fuck that made us fight the prince? Yeah, my uncle.
At that point, his lips sort of press together a little bit, but yeah.
No, I understand you don't like him. I don't quite like him too much either.
Not so much him.
What he is?
What he represents.
Well, I'm sorry. I really am.
Nah. It's not your
but-
history, you don't need to worry about it.
I have found out, though, in the past, like, it turns out we have a lot more connecting factors, you could say.
If his eyebrow could like fly off of his face,
I mean, I'm sure there's a spell for that. You just give me a day to make it. I can make it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just drink the potion Annabelle gives you. They'll fly right off just like Narcissus' hair.
Listen, it's not like that. It kind of gives him a look, like get your mind out the gutter.
No, at that point he's gonna be like, no, that's not. He's just gonna be like, how the fuck could you and I have anything in common?
Well, little story is I come from a place called the Plateau of Cinders, and well, such a charmer you are. She's gonna pat his cheek. My mother, her name is Erin, though she is typically referred to as Desire. You might have seen her, as she is a 6 foot something. She's taller than you, definitely. Black-skinned tiefling with a fuck-off greatsword that, well, she kind of, like, looks like she's trying to broach the topic in, like, a gentle manner. You know the city, that was attacked?
He stiffens a tiny bit.
She was there.
Okay.
And, well, you know, that's the whole reason I'm even fucking traveling, is to find her. And apparently she is one of the ones hired to kill the prince.
Rewind 2 seconds, what?
My mother is a mercenary at this point. She does what she needs to do by who she's told, by who pays her. She will kill anyone, do anything that she needs to, and turns out recently she's been hired to kill the prince.
Solid family line you've got there.
Oh, I know. But, good. At least deciding factor is Alterius is my father's brother. I don't understand how that one works. Don't ask me, my father is the blue-skinned tiefling. Alterius looks like Alterius.
Dunno, maybe... You know what? I'm not gonna go there.
I know...
Actually, 2 seconds. Sorry. Not.
Yes.
When she mentioned that her mum was there as well, would that be another history check or a straight up intelligence check to see if he remembers?
History with disadvantage, because you're trying to recall a certain event, as
Yeah.
well as a very specific person in that.
Yeah,
specific.
I had a feeling it'd be 15.
There were a lot of tieflings, some of which were
Yeah.
some of which were blue, some of which weren't, some of which were covered in the blood of the enemy. So you can't really remember specifics because there were a lot of people.
Yeah.
More than likely, she was not supposed to clear out your section of the city because you guys were there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I had yeah.
Hmm.
Didn't think he'd... Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to see if he'd, like, as they're talking, see if he'd remember.
No, she was going to bring up the fact of, like, well, I was told that you were sent to go infiltrate, at least trying to figure out as much information as you possibly could. And
I was sent to infiltrate some people that I'd worked with at one point. Whether or not they are the same people your mother worked with back then, I do not know.
I don't know either, but I know this sounds weird as all hell, but it feels like you're the only one that really understands this kind of weight of what I have to carry with me. And
I understand.
I don't mean to make it sound light, it's just, and our plights are two very different things. It's just, when we take that job to, when we there to protect the prince, if you see the black-skinned tiefling with the fuck off greatsword, I know it's a little hard to ask you this, but could you at least let me have one shot at her? She's caused a lot of fucking hell for my family.
Of course.
And I think you and I both want her dead.
No, we both know if you get into a fight with Luz, I will end up having to kill her because she'll be on a rampage anyway.
Yeah, true. There's just one last thing I want to bring up before we both go back downstairs is I've already talked with the rest of the party about this, but I've made a pact with an entity greater than myself giving me my magic, and well, I have to do favors for her. Well, I've gotten my most recent favor asked of me. The neighboring cities, Seal Harbor, Milbot, Nilvo, there's some sort of corruption going on. Some sort of something that is abhorring my patron to the point where she's asking me to clear it out. I don't expect you to come with out of the goodness of your heart, but I thought I should at least ask if you'd wanted to come with us all.
Well, I have my own jobs as well, and I'm certain that I have a feeling that the job I have will probably take me towards similar places, so I might as well. Besides, given the rate that you seem to fall over after being sneezed on by an enemy.
Listen, I held my own against the Celios.
Yes. That's fair, but
And besides, and she's gonna kind of flick out her hand and summon her rapier.
As she does this, a very dark
dagger
purple,
straight into his hand. Just
very
out of reaction. Sorry.
a purplish green light begins to go from the palm of her hand upwards. It begins to form a very ornate hilt and handguard, and then begins to go upward into a very long rapier blade.
I'm not going to attack you. I just wanted to... I was given a gift, and she kind of like flexes. She kind of opens up her hand as if she's dropping the weapon, but it doesn't drop from her hand. It can't be pulled from it. It's not dropping.
He's just gonna look at her and just. He's still tensed a bit, and you can see like for like half a second there's a tiny bit of distaste, and then he sort of shakes it off. And his only response is, you create a sword in front of my face and expect me, of all people, not to react the way I have.
If I was going to kill you, I'd probably do it a lot sooner.
That is fair, but still.
And she'll kind of de-summon it from her hand, kind of just shaking her hand as if she's just like shaking like water off of it almost. But thank you for understanding at least. And trying to help.
He just inclines his head. And he's gonna half turn to walk out and then sort of turn and look back at her and just try not to stab yourself in the foot with it.
I have not yet. Thorgrim has been teaching me.
You just see him looking at you like you're taking lessons from someone who deals with an axe.
Well, listen, you weren't around. I couldn't ask you.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. There may be, perhaps at this point, you summoning an axe would be a little bit more useful.
Look at me. Do I look like the type of person to use strength? in any kind of
You just-
situation.
You just summoned a magical rapier. He's got his hands like, come on. We both know I'm making a good point here.
Kind of just gently just kind of shoves his shoulder. It's not like in a forceful way, but like kind of in a playful way as she just kind of
Yeah.
rolls her eyes and walks
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, he's gonna walk off. He's just gonna walk off, dump the things he doesn't need in his room, and just put the contract just safely in his kit bag.
Alrighty. As you try to put the contract away, you put it into the bag, but then you feel something kind of appear in one of your pockets.
He's gonna gingerly put like the first two fingers of his hand into his pocket.
It's cold.
The entire pocket, or the thing that's in there?
The entire pocket is now cold.
Fucking marvelous. He's got frostbite now. Okay. He's just gonna, whatever the item is, he's gonna try to grab it out.
You pull out the contract.
He's just gonna look at it, shove it back into his. He's just gonna like pull the contract out, put it back into his pocket, and just mutter to himself, "I do need my pockets for other things." And then he's gonna walk downstairs, just try to grab something to eat.
Alright. As you begin to make it downstairs, Narcissa, are you going as well?
Yeah, Narcissa's kind of already on the steps, I imagine, kind of excitedly looking forward to Torgrim braiding her hair.
Okay. As you begin to make your way down the stairs, the door opens up. You see a very tired, very haggard wood elf.
Oh no, sweetie.
Hi.
Narcissa is gonna come downstairs full in. Oh,
I mean, Annabelle was there waiting for him as well.
yeah. It's more so Narcissa's gonna kind of sit back down at the table and just go, oh no. Oh no.
I got stabbed 38 times. Feel great.
I can help you with at least 26 of those. Come on.
I'm fine. There's
Would you
not
like a
bleeding.
drink?
Yes. I would like many.
Narcissa's
Noodle
gonna
stew?
cry.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Noodle
noodle
stew?
Please.
A drink, noodles. I'm gonna feed you some healing potions so they don't just slide right out of you.
Okay. We'll say over the next like half hour, 45 minutes, you get some food and him drink healing potions and the like.
Narcissa's gonna kind of gently pat Prince on the shoulder and just go, they've really been letting you ragged, haven't they?
I am supposed to be prepared in case someone tries to kill me wherever I am. I haven't had enough sleep. I haven't been able to do anything other than fight and learn about politics. And
Narcissa's gonna give him a hug. She feels really bad.
if you were to like look in his eyes, it looks like what a think about the college student who's studying for all of their finals right now.
Oh
It's like
no.
it's like 2 a.m. It's the day of their first final, and they can't find their books.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweetie.
I'll let
That
Greg
was
go.
amazing.
So you earlier.
Yes. No, me every day. Anyway.
Fair.
Hmm.
Oh,
Nurse
I didn't
is
get a
just
chance to
hugging
mention
him.
it, but I actually wanted to pick something up on the way
Okay.
back from
Buddy.
the castle.
Yes.
I'm gonna whisper that to you while we continue talking.
Oh, sweetness. So, my uncle's an asshole. He's good at his job, but he's an asshole.
Oh, he's real good at his job, but it's a lot
This
of
isn't
things
really-
a lot of things hurt right now, and like I can't.
You know, this isn't a way to live your life.
Just hear Oleg in the
Yes.
background laughing softly to himself.
How could this happen to me? Well, I can honestly say that I'm very sorry for feeding you poison before that whole endeavor.
That's okay.
Mm.
It's fine.
Could Narcissa kind of like feel his forehead with like the back of her hand, seeing if like he's gonna like run a temperature or something?
Yes, you can do that. That would be a medicine check, please.
16.
Um,
Probably not going to be any better, but I'm also going to roll one.
okay, I'll wait.
That's
You're Annabelle. You're more concerned about like trying to feed this poor child potions and healing draughts, but Narcissa, yeah, he's quite warm. You estimate if he keeps running this pace, he's not gonna be in a very good condition.
all right.
If anyone can speak Infernal, they just kind of hear her muttering to muttering to herself, like, they're literally going to kill this poor child.
All right.
In Infernal, he responds, "I've asked them to do this."
Well, it's
She
gonna
looks-
hurt ya.
She's gonna like put her hands on either side of Sylvan's face and go, "Do you want to die?"
Annabelle
kinda-
just sort of holds a finger up, but puts it down. Like, what are you saying?
Kind of looks like thinking about it. Huh? Do I? And it's just kind of shakes his head. No, but the more prepared I am, the better.
Well, at the very least, what you can do to keep up with that a little bit is eat these noodles. And Annabelle's gonna put a bowl of noodles in front of him.
He puts his face into the bowl of noodles and is just
I'm gonna-
sitting in his face is just sitting in the bowl of noodles.
Is it like
Can
is
I-
it like when you use a wet vacuum?
Yes,
Oh god.
it is just like.
Can I at least tie back his hair so it's not gonna get in the broth?
You can.
It just makes it tastier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of lean over and tie back his hair a bit.
Annabelle, what's your spell save DC that you need?
It would not be mine. Unless you want me to make a check to determine the DC.
Yes. I need
So
you
just
to make a
an
check.
alchemy supply check.
Yes.
All right then. 16.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, no. It's double disadvantage. Okay. So he's getting double disadvantage right now. So he got a natural 20 and an 8. So now that natural 20 goes away. Let's see if he gets any, and that's okay. He begins to inhale the noodles. And about halfway through, he stops.
Annabelle, knowing what's happening, lifts him out of the bowl.
What? And Narcissus is looking
Oh,
at
please
her
tell
like,
me he's
what
about to
did
throw
you
up.
do?
Oh dear.
What did you do, Annabelle?
Well, let Knight describe it.
Oh no.
As the slurping stops and the prince just essentially freezes, and Annabelle pulls him back up, you notice there's like he is asleep. Currently, he has 4 noodles that are hanging out of his mouth, upper lip like a mustache, and he is passed out. He is unconscious.
Yeah, Annabelle's just gonna wipe his face off and then just lay him down in her lap.
And
Narcissus is gonna put her coat over him like a blanket.
as you do that,
No one knows
Narcissa,
what
you
Annabelle did.
notice something.
Where's Tacitus?
Well, the other shadow is currently touching all of your shadows. And it's
Tacitus, I'll
connecting
feed you
them.
food. Tacitus, I'll feed you food right now. I'm giving him a break.
What did you do to him?
I let him go to sleep.
Is this a "don't worry, you're going to be okay" sleep, or is this a "you're going to be asleep forever and there's nothing anyone can do about it"?
This is a don't worry, you're going to be okay. You're literally about to die of exhaustion.
Okay, so I don't have to kill you. That's good. And the shadows begin to retract from your feet and go into his shadow. Just sit there. And you see a pair of eyes look up at all of you from inside the shadow.
Narcissus glaring at Tacitus.
Alright, so Tacitus, in order to bribe you not to tell anyone that I've done this, do you have a particular favorite food?
Yes.
What is it? Describe it to me.
He kind of hops out of the shadow and kind of stands on the ground, kind of looks at all of you. Technically not supposed to eat it anymore.
Does it cause you to fart? Anything like that? Anything that's going to annoy my uncle?
My money's on hearts, but that's just me.
I mean, that is not something that I cannot make.
I like how you put that.
Narcissus is gonna give Annabelle a look like, I'm not gonna ask.
I can literally make any food, Narcissa.
He kind of points to Oleg when he says hearts.
Oh, you like hearts? What kind?
Please don't say people, please don't say people, please don't say people.
It's going to
people.
be people, child.
He kind of
Oh,
looks at you.
let him speak.
He kind of looks at you as you say, "Please don't be people." Listen, if they talk, it's better. But if it's just like a cow's heart or something, that's fine too. Your
Oleg just
uncle
sits
is
back with his hands behind his head like, fucking told you.
your uncle is very particular about when I can and cannot consume people's hearts, specifically if the hearts are still beating or not.
Narcissus is just scooting back, so she's now mostly like on Torgrim's lap.
Torgrim can't really do anything. He just has to accept this.
The small owl
That was a
be,
mistake.
the small owl just be kind of like slowly stepping away.
Annabelle,
Can I
what's that?
insight him? Is what I was gonna click insight, but I accidentally clicked.
Yeah,
history.
you can.
20.
He's been completely honest. He's been completely honest. Like, he couldn't lie about this if he tried. Like, you see him when the mention, like, when the word hearts was mentioned, he kind of had like a little smile, like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
No, but the insight is more to determine how much it will get him off my back if I feed him a specific kind of heart.
I don't know if that would be considered in.
Like, trying to determine how much he must like people heart.
You get the sense that when he said if they talk, it's better. That's like
Well, he's
his
talking about
preferred.
eating living people.
Yeah.
I can't make living people, unfortunately.
I'll just say this for clarification. He specifically, before he was taken, would trap people in the Shadowfell, and he would hunt them and eat them
Ah.
whole.
Most dangerous game style, gotcha.
Kinda, yeah. But the game had weapons to try and fight back. It didn't go well.
Fair.
But they still tried.
Fair. Alright, now, Tacitus, I can't give you living people heart.
Aww.
None of you judge me for this. I can give you dead people heart.
That works.
Narcissus is like kind of just clinging on to Torgrim, like, I don't want to be near him.
I can make anything that I have tried before or that I can imagine. And I've eaten hearts before.
If a bird could go green in the face.
Oleg's just sat there like,
I will
fucking
be
cool.
right back.
Annabelle is a cannibal, guys. It's okay. She's just a cannibal.
And again in Infernal,
Well,
Narcissus is just gonna say, this
I
place
haven't
is
eaten people
cursed.
heart. Sorry, someone walked in my room. I haven't eaten people heart. I just know what other types of heart taste like. And I've specifically been told by some friends that are not human that people heart tastes a lot like pig heart.
Again, just kind of like just looking at Tacitus and looking at the situation is like, yeah, no, Narcissus just kind
So
of saying to herself, this place is cursed.
Sorry. I'm going to try to make as much of a pig as I can with the bag of bounty.
Roll for it, please.
And I will use multiple charges of the bag of bounty if I need to.
Okay.
Alright, that'll be a 24, because you said I could use my intuition dice
Correct.
for this before.
So specifically a pig, yeah?
Pig heart and meat. I'm assuming Tacitus doesn't need it cooked.
Let me do a roll. Okay. The bag is very heavy now, and his
Alright,
eyes kind of look directly at the bag, and they kind of glaze over.
Alright now, Tacitus. I would like the bag back when you're done, because otherwise I can't make more food for you. And
He
she
jumps
just
into the
hands him
bag.
the bag.
He jumps into the bag. Like, the shadow goes up and into the bag, and you just feel it being, like, tugged and pulled.
Alright, then as I fill the bag emptying, I'm just going to immediately expend another charge to make more food. Which I don't know if it's weird if it happens while he's in there, but Annabelle's not thinking about it.
Okay.
Imagine he just sort of
So-
gets, he's eating, and then there's just more food closing in around him.
And at this, because this is a very strange sight, the band stops playing. Everyone in the tavern is now looking at you, seeing the shadow just hop into a bag and begin eating everything in the bag.
At least they don't see what's in the bag. Oh, y'all saw me feeding Tacitus a few nights ago. It was literally last night.
A head pops out of the bag. A very bloody head. It's
I'm
looking
also
at you.
surprised that there's blood on him.
Uh,
He seems like he would have just sucked it in.
there's blood all over his face, and it's like covering his face. And
Just
his
the
teeth are
moment-
very red now.
The moment he appears, just prestidigitation.
He
Like,
runs his tongue through his teeth. That was good.
I'm literally using the ring of expand prestidigitation to make it to where no one in the tavern can see what's happening.
Okay, very well.
Because that, I believe, is a thing it can do.
Correct, it can. But
Right.
the shadow begins to pull itself out of the bag and onto the floor.
And
All right.
for mechanical purposes, I did expend all 3 charges of the bag of bounty,
Okay.
which, per instruction, means that I just fed him
A lot of pig.
135 pounds of pig.
And it's all gone. Your bag feels empty now.
Just gonna prestidigitation, clean the bag, and then put it back in my satchel.
Okay, you've got my silence.
Perfect.
If I could next time request that it would have said moo beforehand, would be wonderful.
I mean, I will use my abilities to make sounds to make it move for you. But I
mean,
cannot make something that is alive. I am sorry.
oh no, if it's just like a cow that you've like just found,
Oh,
I'll
then I
take
can
it.
do that. I can buy
Yeah,
Don't
it
you
like-
have
for
a
you
recipe,
next time.
Tacitus?
not really. I'm supposed
Technically,
to.
he's supposed to be here.
Technically speaking, I should be waking him up right now, and he points to the prince.
Just shoo him off. Just no.
But I have to do my job though.
Well,
You can wait to do your job.
keep an eye out. I'm gonna give him a nap. You're doing your job by making sure the prince is not dead,
Oh, fine.
but and receiving proper training in the sense that he's not gonna die. Alright.
Narcissa has not moved an inch from Torgrim's lap.
Sort of is just kind of there, and it's just rubbing Narcissa's back, like, Narcissa, I can't braid your hair this way. I'm gonna have to get off the lap eventually.
Fine. You know, she kind of just scoots down, but she's like almost staring down Tacitus, like I don't trust. 1 minute, like turning my eyesight away from him.
His head begins to turn almost 180 degrees to look at Narcissa. Is something wrong? Did I do something to did I do something to upset you?
I'm fine.
Are you
There's
sure?
There's another way I could have distracted Tacitus, but I feel like it would have caused mass collateral damage.
What? Despite what Narcissa is saying, her tail is just like a cat a mile a minute. Like.
Alright. I'm going to switch or use another one of the 3 prestidigitation effects I can maintain at a time to make it to where the prince just looks like some random drunk guy.
Okay.
So no one in the bar questions.
Very well.
And then I'm going to ask Oleg specifically, because Torgrim's got his hands full with a Narcissa,
Quite literally, hands full.
yeah, to help me get the prince up to a room so he can actually sleep in a bed.
Yeah, Oleg will help out.
Alright,
Oleg will
y'all.
just be like, dump him on my bed.
Well, I was just going to take him into my room so I can keep an eye on him.
Fair enough.
If any of us are going to take the fall for this, Oleg, it's going to be me because I'm literally the one doing it.
We're helping though.
You didn't help at all, actually.
He's gonna look at it and just be like, okay, that's fair, but, you know, which do you think you would prefer? Wake up in a room with a male sleeping on the floor, or wake up in a room with a woman?
I don't intend to be sleeping on the floor.
Don't.
Okay, and then how awkward do you think you would feel about that?
Listen, I don't care.
I'm well
You
aware that
might
you
not-
don't
someone.
care.
They need someone
Oh,
to
wait, you
watch
don't.
them.
Oh,
And-
and I'm not able to do that.
Are you a trained medical professional?
I could be.
You're not. That's the
He's
quick
gonna look
answer.
at her and he's like, look, I know battlefield stuff, but yes, you make a good point. I will still point out, though, perhaps don't sleep in the same bed as him.
I don't intend to. But I'm gonna stay in the same room. Anyways, go about your day. I'm gonna keep an eye on the prince and work on some more healing potions
Just nods.
because it's not
Nods off.
even midday at this point. I don't think.
No, it's about midday, but
Yeah,
just
so-
coming to it.
Annabelle's going to use this time to make more healing potions and make sure the prince doesn't die from exhaustion.
Narcissa's
if-
gonna have her hair braided.
If no one else wants to go shopping, Oleg has 2 things he wants to do.
Get yourself a bag of hold, and they're really useful.
Miki actually wants to do some shopping, so should go with Oleg.
Also, if
Oh.
I give you money, can you pick me up more wolfsbane?
Sure.
Yeah, no, Narcissa's just gonna spend time with Oleg, not Oleg. Well, Torgrim. Wrong player.
Oh wow, Freudian slip there, Narcissa.
So Annabelle is
I'm
going
sorry,
to give
Torgrim, I'm leaving you. Ah.
Oh god.
Oleg is going to give, or Annabelle is going to give Oleg 2 healing potions for him, and then 25 gold to basically go pick her up whatever the magic shop deems to be appropriate base alchemical supplies, like for making acids and stuff like that as well, and then
Okay.
just however much wolfsbane he feels like carrying.
So 25 gold worth of acid and wolfsbane.
Well, 25 gold worth of base alchemical supplies. And I
Okay.
forget how much wolfsbane cost is the issue.
Okay,
I don't feel like it was very much.
It was not very much.
Yeah, so.
And presumably she'd tell him where to go find that. Oh god, there's
Well,
another ant in my tooth. I thought I swallowed them all.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, they taste so gross.
They taste
Sorry.
like bug spray. It's the weirdest thing.
Get you some
Yeah.
protein. Get you some protein, goddammit.
nice.
Dude,
That
you-
would be from
This entire thing I've been trying not to throw up. So gross.
I understand that.
Pay attention to your cans of drinks, children.
Yeah, don't let ants crawl in them.
Listen,
Yeah.
extra protein.
Nice.
So you'd be going to the Mage's Elixir, the one with the robot.
Okay, right.
I also give you some bat guano to give to him for reasons of trade, given that he seems to enjoy messing with his boss.
Okay. Oleg's just gonna be looking at that like... Fuck, fine, whatever. He's
Alright, at this
confused.
point, it's best not to question why I carry things.
And Miki, where are you going?
Miki wants to get some shopping done, so she'll just go with Oleg.
Okay.
Yeah, Oleg's...
So-
So Oleg's probably gonna do the stuff for Annabelle first, and then he... Well, part of it, he could probably do at the Mage's Elixir. And the other bit, he wants to go back to that blacksmith he first went to. Oh, that was what he forgot to tell Toril, but anyway, that'll come up later. Yeah, basically he wants to try to get, powder and shot for his pistol. And discuss quote price, like get a quote for some stuff for his swords.
Okay. So are you going to Mage's Elixir first?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. So as you make your way into the shop, you see a elderly turtle gentleman. He's kind of standing behind the counter.
Okay. He's gonna assume that that's the person to talk to.
Okay.
He's just gonna walk up and inquire about the base. Oh shit! I've forgotten now. Fucking know it. I didn't even write it down.
Alchemy
Base acid
ingredients.
supply, base alchemical supplies, and the wolf's
The
bane.
Wolfsbane, yeah.
So as you walk up and ask the question, the turtle is just staring right through you and is not moving.
Oleg's gonna like wave a hand, see if his eyes follow.
Nope.
Okay, at that point he's gonna call out something along the lines of, "Your shop decorations are wonderful, but I don't suppose I could get some service, could I?"
Technically, he's not a decoration. You hear as a tiny little construct that's body is that of essentially a unicycle kind of rolls itself out from the back row.
Oh, the one he saw. The one he saw.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
And he kind of looks up to you. What are you looking for?
Well, the easier stuff first. Got 25 gold's worth of base alchemical supplies.
He kind of looks you up and down.
Not for me, you idiot.
Listen, I've seen some weird people come in here asking for some weird things, alright?
He just gestures to like all the, like the daggers and the hand axes. Like, do you honestly think I'm that smart?
I mean, there are some things in those kits that could make your day go real.
I don't take it.
Listen, I don't judge what you do in your free time.
We're
But,
picking
you know.
them up for Annabelle.
Ow! And he kind of wheels himself over to you. Hello, tiny bird.
Hi.
He's kind of staring at you. You look different. Anywho,
And he kind of rolls himself back.
25 gold worth, huh?
That and she gave me this and drops the guano down. To trade for Wolfsbane.
Trade for what? Oh! Well, see, here's the issue. I kind of have nothing to do with that now. And he kind of looks back up to you and kind of
Is
shrugs.
that not where I bought that before?
No, that's where you bought it,
Oh, okay.
but he can't use it now.
Well, I'll just pay for it then.
Okay.
He goes into the back and he pulls out 25 gold worth of alchemy supplies. And
Drops
I don't
some
know.
gold down for that.
I don't know how much you gave him in terms of, or how much you were asking for in terms of Wolfsbane.
What he
Annabelle?
felt comfortable carrying.
Okay.
I mean, like, probably about like, oh god, I'm gonna have to do the conversion into Imperial now.
Well,
Right.
it's not about
Um,
like how heavy it is. It's the fact that they're like bulky stalks of plant.
Yeah, they're like big things of like plant matter, essentially.
So it's
Yeah,
like
doesn't really
however
worry.
much you feel like you want to carry.
I mean, like at that point, he probably would have just grabbed his backpack and been like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just shove it all in there. He'd probably just be like, well, I don't know, let's say about 5 bushels.
Okay, I can do that.
If she needs more, I can walk back and grab it.
He proceeds to kind of go into the back, grab 5 large bushels of Wolfsbane. He hands you the alchemy supplies, which I'll get a number to you. I'm for some reason unable to find how much I had those supplies down for, how much they costed. Maybe 5e Tools has them, but I don't know. But he brings out. He brings out the 5 bushels and he kind of hands them to you.
Starts
That'll
putting them
be-
in his,
That'll be 5 silver for the bushels.
hands over the 5 silver from his belt pouch.
Alrighty.
And now for a question more for myself. I don't suppose you'd happen to have, say, gunpowder? Would you?
He kind of looks at you. And he kind of swivels his head about like 360 degrees a few times. He kind of looks up. Wheels himself over to Miki. Kind of looks her up and down.
Who wants to know?
Miki's just very nervous. Look at this because this is another day that people are just staring at her, and she's like, "Why?"
At that point, Alex just gonna be like, oi, that's your fucking question, can you at least answer me?
And I asked you a question. Who wants to know?
Someone who wants to buy it to use in a fucking pistol.
Follow me.
And he wheels himself into the back and he gestures for both to follow him.
Alex gonna walk through, but like, with a hand on the dagger that's at his back, just like, okay, this has gotten a bit weird.
As we're walking past the turtle, can Miki do like some kind of check on him?
What are you looking to do?
See why he's just kind of there staring off into space.
Okay, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
I hope he's tripping on acid.
Medicine, you said?
Yes, medicine.
Okay. 4.
He might just be really slow today.
Pills!
It might just be really slow today. You don't know. It's a turtle, and last time you saw him, he was really slow. He might be asleep. Also, Annabelle, you fell out of the game.
Okay, well, seeing that, Miki's just gonna be like, okay, and continue to follow.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping she got a nat 20 and you said something along the lines of, Mickey, you realise he's on the greatest acid trip of his life.
Let's see here. Okay.
Hey, those block parties going on, man.
All right. So, you are led to the back room, and it looks like a very small supply closet. But then he does something. He takes his hand and he kind of taps it 3 times on the floor, and it pulls itself out. And you realize
It's back.
there's probably stuff that's not quote unquote.
Basically, we're in the room that's got the good shit.
Yeah, you're in the place that's got like.
We're in the speakeasy.
Yeah, you're in the speakeasy.
Sweet. Rubs hands together.
He kind of rolls himself in and kind of gestures for you to follow him down into the speakeasy, quote unquote. Do you follow?
Yeah, he's gonna follow. Yeah,
Okay.
he's still got a hand on his dagger because he's like okay. This has gone from weird to very weird.
Miki is sticking with Olek because she doesn't know what else to do right now.
Alright, so the two of you make your way down into the fun section of the you make your way to the fun section of the shop. And Oleg, you see there's a lot of firearms down here. Like an uncomfortable amount of firearms and an uncomfortable amount of black powder barrels. Near fire, there are some torches that are above them.
Just tenses up a little bit. And he's just gonna be like, look, I understand that you need to light the place, but surely there's an easier way to do that, and just gestures to the torches and then to the barrels.
But this way is more fun.
He's just gonna close his eyes and just breathe for a second. Just like, oh god.
I imagine it probably just smells like niter and sulfur down there.
Yeah, it doesn't smell good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right,
he's
it smells like
he's
perfume.
very used to that smell, but yeah.
You said pistol, yes?
Yeah, pulls out the pistol he has. Enough for, well, preferably shell as well, but enough for, say, 20 charges?
He kind of looks at you, looks at it,
Just don't go blowing your eye out, kid.
and he kind of rolls off to one of the large. And now you see, like, he's got quite a few. He's got his 2 main arms, but now he's got a bunch of other ones that are like grabbing different things, little components, and like scooping powder into these like sacks for you. Comes and
Is that
wheels
like,
everything.
is that ones that fold out of his body, or are we talking like general
Yeah,
grievous?
like fold out of body, like the
Okay.
torso area opens up into like 10 more arms that just kind of like grab different things.
That's pretty cool.
And he kind of wheels himself back over to you. Kind of extends the bag upwards.
How much?
Give me one moment.
Uh,
Sorry, I had this written down somewhere. I had a feeling
That's all
you'd
good.
probably be looking for this.
Yeah, I keep meaning to and then not getting a chance. Or forgetting.
And you said for what, 10 shots?
20.
20?
20 charges, yeah.
And he kind of looks at you.
40 gold.
Oh, that's cheaper than I was expecting. Hands over 30.
He said 40, you cheapskate.
Kind of pokes your shin with one of his arms.
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps if you could actually speak slightly more clearly instead of sounding like you're coming out of a fucking bucket. Not you,
Listen.
him.
Listen here, you organic sack of shit.
He gets taller, about to your height, so now you are eye level, and his arms come back out of his chest.
Miki's just watching this exchange like a tennis match.
Alex just laughing at this point. Yes. Do you have
And he
something to
kinda-
say?
And he kind of shows something to you in the center of his chest. I want you to roll an Arcana check, please.
Fucking Arcana. He's
Bo-
gonna fail that.
Both of us
He's
or
gonna
just
fail
Oleg?
that.
You can too, if you would like.
Holy shit! Fucking 19, what the fuck?
17.
Well, 21.
So inside of his chest, you see a very small, glowing yellowish orange bead.
Okay.
Do you have an idea of what it is?
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah. Alex just gonna grin and just pull the dagger out. Oh, wonderful. I wonder what happens if I poke it with this. And just sort of slowly starts moving the dagger towards him.
Oleg, no, please
He
don't.
he knows exactly what he's doing. He's still grinning.
And he kind of
He's just watching to see what the construct
just kind
does.
of leans into you.
Need me help with that?
Oleg just grins at him.
Kind of looks down at the knife.
Mhm.
Kind of looks back up at Oleg.
Scooches closer toward the knife. A little bit closer.
Knife standing steady.
It's getting very close to the knife now.
Oh god,
he'll
they're
play
essentially
chicken.
playing chicken.
Yeah, he'll play.
Everyone's gonna die.
The little arms that are in the center of his chest begin to just kind of like wrap themselves around your hand and your arm. And it just begins pulling you closer. He's not moving. He's moving you, and he's just pulling you closer.
Oleg's gonna smile, and as he's looking at the construct, just like as a look or something like that. Are there any other vulnerable spots, or is it literally just the open bit in his chest?
It's more so just the open bead in his chest, and it
Okay.
doesn't look like he's stopping you.
Okay.
He's still
One
pulling you
other
closer.
question.
Yes.
One other question. On what passes for his face? Where his mouth is it like a little grate, or is it just like an open slot?
There's no mouth. That's
Okay.
why it sounds like that. There's no mouth.
Okay.
So whatever is speaking
then-
is hidden behind a plate somewhere.
So then, as he's getting pulled forwards, he's gonna grab his other knife and just sort of dab it a little bit towards his face, and just try to like puncture it a little bit.
Tink, 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 tink. He kind of looks at the knife you have in your other hand.
Are you having performance issues? Is this a common thing for you? I have a pill for that.
Look, when you get to a certain age, it starts getting. You know, things don't work as well.
How disappointing.
Oh, don't worry, buddy. You'll find.
I have no idea what's going on.
Oleg's just going to turn and look at her. Oh, the only way I feel alive sometimes. Okay, what the fuck was that? Not you. No, not you. Like, literally as soon as you started doing that. So... Oscar, stop barking.
Oh.
Some really large slammed outside. Yeah. He's just gonna turn and look at the construct and just be like, well, do you want the 40 gold or not?
He extends one of the smaller hands out, like, pay.
He puts the dagger at his mouth away, drops it in. And, just looks at him. Well, whenever you decide to help me with my performance issues again, I know where to come looking for you.
He kind of looks it down at you. Looks just kind of like at the bird. Looks back to you.
I'm sorry, but I don't have access to a wish spell. You're on your own.
And just roll back up the stairs.
Alex laughing at that point. He's gonna be laughing his ass off for a second.
Miki's just tilting her head to the side, very confused.
Alex gonna look at her. It's one of those things that when you get older, you'll understand.
Okay.
Just trust me on that one. Or you could, ask Torgrim. Or Narcissa.
The flustered bird noises.
He'll smile and just turn to start walking out. As they walk out though, is there anything special about any of the weaponry on the wall, or is it just pistol after pistol, rifle after rifle?
Pistol after pistol, rifle after rifle. You see some that look like they're rifles with multiple barrels. You see some that look like they are not to be held like shouldered, but like there's a handle, and then another place where you would possibly think there's a trigger, but the actual like firearm portion of it is lower to the ground, like you have to pick it up. And then there looks to be some that look just kind of like this giant ballista type thing that are supposed to be like put on a wall or something, but they're just like sitting there, loaded.
Okay.
And actually, roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
If Mickey, you would like to do this too, you as well.
Alright. There's perception. 14.
You both managed to see it, actually. You do see, kind of tucked away in a little corner, a chest that is, like, partially cracked open, and it looks to be like there's some sort of very strange orb sitting in it. The orb is approximately the size of a bowling ball. It looks to be kind of jagged.
Jagged, you say?
We can't hear you, Knight.
Yeah,
Still-
you went all, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Plug and replug my microphone.
Oh,
There we go.
You still there?
Oh, I heard something. There
there
you
we
are.
go.
There we go.
Okay, wonderful. Sorry, microphone was acting weird. Where did I get cut off?
You described the orb as looking jagged.
Okay. So the orb looks jagged. Its sides come to points. It has been smooth. It's not like smooth like a bowling ball, but the sides have like they're flat faced, and when they
Okay.
connect to another, it's pointed. Essentially,
Oh,
think of
right,
your
okay.
D12. It looks like a D12,
Okay.
roughly like that type of cutout format.
Okay.
Is the best way I can describe it.
It's not the beacon of Meridia, is it? Please, God, no. I don't want her voice in my head for the rest of the game.
Another hand touches the beacon.
Sorry. It's like I started looking at the D12 and then immediately thought of that.
Here, take this useless quest. Fun.
Mm.
No,
Okay.
that's just kind of sitting tucked away in a corner.
Okay. Interesting. I'll make a mental note of that and then just walk up. As he goes past the construct, he's just gonna be like, I don't suppose you have any way of perhaps occasionally. He's gonna think for a second. Increasing the power of some of these shots, do you?
For a price, it could be worked on.
I'll keep that in mind. Hypothetically speaking, how much would that be? For clarification, he's literally talking about like the gunpowder.
Oh, like improving
bullets.
gunpowder and such?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you talking about making like a bullet that deals more damage, one that like splits? Like, are you talking about what are you kind of gauging
So
for? 'Cause-
either extra range or extra damage, something like that for the bullets. Because he's going to be standing there thinking, how is that going to react with how this thing already works?
Okay. Well, he explains to you that the different properties that you want done to the bullet itself it's going to cost is going to vary. It
Okay,
depends.
yeah.
It's like you have the two like pricing trees, but however much you're putting into it, the better quality you're going to get.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's not like a solid price on either. It's just like whatever you're paying for, the more you pay, the better it's going to be.
Yeah, of course, right.
Base estimation for either or, roughly 1,000.
Okay, cool. Sweet, that's good to know. Thank you. I'll make a note. Okay, he's gonna sort of take his leave at that point, and grab his gear and ask Mickey if she has a particular place she wants to go to or stay there.
Just wanting to maybe get some more darts and go to the general store. So,
Okay.
if you don't mind me tagging along, I think I'll just come with you.
Oh, of course. He says that he's gonna start walking towards the blacksmith that they went to before with the dude with the dragon destroying arm.
Ah, yes.
Mickey will
Alright.
follow.
Alright, so you arrive there. That same Goliath is still standing at the front, inside. He just kind of gives you a little wave.
Or like nods and sort of two fingers in like a high gesture.
What can I do for you?
I'm after. He's gonna look a little bit confused. I'm after a quote, I suppose. I would assume it was your boss was here last time, and I quickly asked him about ways of improving my blades. Was after a general quote as to how much that would cost.
Proving which blades? Remind me, it's been a bit.
A couple of swords.
Oh, well. Are you looking to get them just sharpened well or magically enchanted also?
He's gonna stand there for a couple of seconds and just,
Because that's also going to play to a large factor. Sharpening the blades is one thing. Putting a spell into them to increase power and damage output, that's enough.
He's gonna stand there and think. And he'll just say, how about you give me both?
Both.
Sorry, I know that's making it difficult for you, but
Oh,
At this
no,
point,
no,
he knows he wants to improve them somehow, but he's not entirely certain which way he wants to go just yet.
Well, I can tell you that depending on the spell, the cost is going to vary. Sharpening them to make them stronger or improving the blades, that service itself is going to run you about 400 gold. And then
Okay.
however much the extra is for the spell itself to enchant them.
Okay. He's gonna stand there thinking. Well, my thanks to you. Just
Not a problem.
bow and kind of move out the way for Miki.
The Goliath kind of looks down at you, Mickey. And what can I do for you?
I just wanted to get some darts.
Alright, darts, very well. And he goes to the back, begins kind of pulling a few things out, and then he begins to walk back toward you. And he's got a large satchel of darts. How many were you looking to get?
Just to try to keep herself at a decent amount. She's just looking to get like 5 right now.
Okay, just 5?
Yeah.
Alright, so that'll be a total of 5 copper.
Okay, she...
Unless you want to do, like, the full case for, like, a silver.
Yeah, just go ahead and get the full case for a silver.
Okay. Hand over the silver, he gives you the darts.
Okay. Alright. Thank you.
Not a problem. And he kind of looks at you two. Anything else I can do for you?
Oh, I was gonna think for a second and just. Oh, hang on. Did he give? Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'm just looking through here. Oh no, he still has that. Yeah, no, he's just gonna shake his head and just bow again and thank the Goliath and walk out.
Well, you two have a good day.
You too. And Mickey will bow as well and follow Oleg.
Yeah, general store next, I suppose.
Alright, what are you looking for then?
Mickey's looking to just get some more ink for her journal to make sure that she can continue to write in it properly.
Alright. So that's like a copper. It's not very expensive.
For the magical ink?
Oh, for the magical ink, I thought you were just getting regular ink. I was
No,
confused. I'm
it's
like,
for that. It's not for her just, oh, this is how my day was journal. It's for her special journal.
Okay, gotcha. I was a little confused, like, huh. Give me one moment. Oh, God damn it, where's the page? There. Why am I having such a hard time finding the page? There it is. So, for a full 1 ounce bottle of it, that'll be, of the magical ink, that will be 3 gold pieces is what they chuck it up to.
Alright. She will get 2.
2? Alright, so 6 then.
Yeah.
I like when adventurers shop, a lot of shopkeepers must think that there's just rich people rolling through town.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Given that a gold piece is like rich person coinage.
Yeah,
In most
basically,
settings.
yeah. It's like 10 days of work. Or 5 days if you're particularly lucky.
Now,
Yeah.
these shops that you guys are going to, they're specifically, a lot of the time, they are for the adventurer. Like, not your
Yeah.
average person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
why they
always
have
find
so
that
much
funny
of this.
I always find that funny to think about.
Yeah, but Miki got what she was after. She just wanted to get some more darts and some more ink for the special notebook, journal, whatever it is. The thing with which she needs magical ink to write in it properly.
So,
Hi.
so, is there anything else we would like to do?
I would like to do a bit with Narcissa and Torgrim. If that's
Oh
okay.
boy.
Very well.
Oh boy, here we go.
So, this is probably like after Annabelle took the prince upstairs.
Casual kidnapping.
Yeah. You
Oh.
say that, but it's true.
And is
He
Tacitus
needs the
still there?
Yes, he's not leaving. There is no way to make him leave.
This is gonna make it very awkward. But
Don't think about
Listen.
him, alright?
He does not care about your personal life.
Wait a second, I figured he'd be up since Annabelle moved the prince. I thought he would have like moved with the prince. Or is he just staying in the middle room of the tavern?
He sees potential meals if anything goes wrong. So, you tell me. You tell me what happens.
I'm gonna buy this boy a cow and feed it to him just to see what happens.
so,
Some velociraptor type shit.
kind of as Torgrim is braiding her hair, Narcissus is like looking at her feet and going, Torgrim,
He's carefully braiding her hair. Also including, instead of tying up her hair with the ribbon, well, at least one of the ribbons, he's just gonna kind of weave through her hair and tie it up with the other one. Yes, Narcissa.
There's not many, where I come from at least, there's not a lot of men like you. Honest, kind men. A lot of them are thieves and assholes. I should know. It's nice to be around someone who doesn't try to only make friends with females or anything of the sort. For one thing and one thing only.
Torgrim just kind of stops braiding for a second and like places a hand on her shoulder and gently rubs it. Yeah.
I like that about you. You're very kind and nice. After hearing what I've done, not many people would be nice to me.
Well, you're doing better. Yeah. You're not thieving as much as you used to. And that's improvement.
I've said my apologies to Lek. I don't think he believes them, but, well, it's the thought that counts.
All you can do is ask. It is up to them to forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're as long as you're saying it and putting it out there, that's all you can do, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Smiles, continues braiding.
When it gets to about the point that he's done braiding her hair, and it's like very obvious that he's like kind of stopped playing with her hair, Narcissa is just going to turn around, kiss him, and then walk out.
He's very surprised, taken off guard. It takes him like a good minute to like process what just happened. Like, what? Just kind of like raised eyebrows, wide eyes, just like, oh, just kind of frozen for like a couple seconds before like, touching his lips. It's just like, did he just... His face starts going red, and he's like, oh, what am I feeling? Oh no, I'm realizing what I'm feeling! Oh no! I like her a lot!
Aww.
I didn't even realize it! Oh, where did she walk out from? Where did she go?
I would imagine she walked out of the room that you were sharing.
Yeah,
No, we were doing this downstairs in the main room.
You were doing this downstairs. I thought you were upstairs.
No. We were. She kind of.
Okay.
That's why I asked, is Tacitus still there?
He just
she
kind of
kinda
looks at the exchange. Oh, that's adorable.
Okay, so where did Narcissa walk off to?
That's a good question. Where did she walk off to?
She's probably just kind of going for a walk towards one of the gardens she might have seen earlier, or like at least somewhere where it's like very much in nature.
Very what now?
Much in nature. Oh, hold on. Am I still roboting?
You
No.
did, but
I'm just...
something about nature. I couldn't
Yes.
hear. But the
Yeah,
first part.
basically like any kind of like public place where there's maybe benches, a lot of flowers, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. It's not too far to find a public garden.
She's just gonna go there because she's feeling happy.
Torv's like gathering, like getting his bearings together, like, oh shit, she just kissed me. He's gonna fall after her. Oh no, you're not leaving. Not after that. Get back here.
Don't stay out too late as you leave.
Yes, mums.
And yeah, so Narcissa is kind of sitting there, looking at the tree, like looking at the sky, or smiling to herself.
How long does it take for Torgrim to find her?
That's a good question. Roll a perception check to try and
Oh
find it.
boy. Alright, here we go. 18.
Okay. Takes you a little
She's
bit.
something blue tiefling. Not that hard.
But keep in mind, it is about midday. She went to a public garden, and you have to navigate through the garden to find her.
Yeah.
Takes you about half an hour because you don't know where she went.
God damn it.
I mean, it's gonna take time regardless. It's just a matter of whether or not you can locate her in the garden. And the fact that you know that she went to a garden, that you were able to, like, kind of find her that easily in there, yeah. Easily enough, but... no. After a little bit, you managed to find her.
Auntie, my heart, you can't... I mean, you can't do this to me, but you can't do this to me.
Try me.
Alright, I will.
So yeah,
You know,
she's
once he spots her, he's just gonna, like, kind of... He stops rushing, and he's just like... Now he's feeling a little awkward, because, like, But, fuck it, he's gonna approach her. Just look at her, see... He walks up to her. His face is getting red the closer he gets to her.
she's smiling.
Obviously, she's much taller than him, so he's like, can you lean down for a second?
She's gonna just cock an eyebrow and then lean down.
He's gonna go in for the kiss! Bitch! Don't try me! He's gonna cup her face, too.
Aww.
Real gentle.
Oh, sorry. Just after a few seconds. Appropriate length kiss.
Yeah. Just, pull back and just look at her, and she's like, he feels all warm and, feeling good about himself, but, like, red-faced.
And she's just kind of kind of kiss his forehead and bring him in for a hug. Just kind of hold him there. Just,
Big hug!
she's laughing. It seems she's actually like very happy.
He's gonna start laughing with her. He's like, oh, Andy, my heart!
I told
Meanwhile, back at the
you,
tavern.
beware.
No!
I think Annabelle's the only one at the tavern still. I say as I get up off the floor after having fallen over.
Oh no.
My little chair I sit on just fell out from underneath me.
Oh no.
Not good.
I'm fine. I've just been laying on the floor for the last like 5 minutes while I listen to shipper talk. Alrighty then. Oh hey, Oleg's back. Alright. Back at the tavern?
Yes, back at the tavern. I would like you to roll a medicine check, please.
Alright then. And by the way, I am actively using prestidigitation to clean his like clothing and medicine to clean his wounds and stuff.
Okay.
To make sure this boy ain't like majorly infected with something.
It's taking a while to clean his clothing, actually. There are a lot of gashes and tears, a lot of stains of blood.
Well, I'm assuming with the ring of major prestidigitation, it's not that difficult.
No, you would think this would take you forever prior, but with that, it's just like, nah, this is working. You're cleaning off blood. You also see some spots where it's like...
It's always the second roll that's better.
You also notice on the clothing there are some spots where there have been tears.
Alright, boy, we're talking when you wake up.
And, you notice when he was once sleeping like a peaceful sleep, he's beginning to sweat and kind of shift and move. You imagine he's probably having like a nightmare or night terror of some descript.
Alright then. This is going to sound weird, but because I know what he is, I'm going to strap him to the bed.
Okay.
Because I know he's a werewolf of some description. So if he's having a night terror, I don't want that to cause issues.
Alright. As you begin to start strapping him to the bed, you hear a voice from behind you. What are you doing?
I honestly don't want him to turn into a werewolf while he is still sleeping and cause issues.
Oh, is he having a nightmare again?
Yes. Now don't wake him up, but tell me how you typically deal with this that is not waking him up.
We do what you're doing. We tie him down, we put something in his mouth so he doesn't bite his tongue, and then we just kind of sit there and wait.
Yeah, that was kind of my plan.
Otherwise, he just starts rambling about stuff.
I'm going to make sure he does not bite his tongue, but I'm kind of curious what he's going to say then.
Mostly it's stuff about being a disappointment and being alone and hurting people and things like that. You know, fun stuff.
I was more applying that to the fact that I was going to listen to him speak, not have you tell me.
I mean, do you really want to listen to him just like ramble madly?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it if I wasn't going to do it. Saying
Okay.
as I'm using
Fair
major
enough.
prestidigitation to just literally make straps to hold them down.
Okay.
Because you can make non-magical items with prestidigitation, so I figure with major prestidigitation you can make much larger items.
Oh yeah. Like, you were turning this bed into, like, the bed from, like, an insanity ward or whatever. Just, like, the white coat and, like, white straps, and he is very secure.
Yeah. Though probably in a way that's more comfortable than what Altreus and the other members of the prince's training would do for him. because Annabelle's putting a lot of care into this. All right then. So I'm assuming you know what he's talking about when he's saying he's hurting people. I'm guessing he wasn't always able to control the beast inside like he can.
No,
at
he
least a
killed
bit now.
he kind of killed like 10 people
Annabelle
when
starts
he
looking at her
initially.
fingers.
So when he initially started this, and it kind of. Now this is gonna sound bad, but remember that night I was hanging around and you guys were feeding me?
Specifically me, but yeah.
We kinda had to bring him back and restrain him. And when I say that, I mean like we needed chains and had to knock him unconscious. He wasn't doing very well.
She says this with a little bit of a glare, but goes back to normal after just, yeah, you guys seem pretty fond of knocking him out.
I mean, he specifically asked to be changed, and he specifically asked us not to hold back.
Well, I do understand that. That is heck of a way to treat a person. I know about lycanthropy. It's a disease like practically any other. There are better ways to treat it than than trying to beat it senseless into someone.
I mean, let's put it this way. If you ask to have lycanthropy put into you, if you ask specifically to make sure that you don't hurt people, no matter what it costs, I think knocking you out would probably be the best option as opposed to, keeping you locked away. Because if we knock him out, we can also, monitor his vitals afterwards, as opposed to just keeping him caged up.
I understand that, but there are better ways to handle it, I would assume. You don't have anyone in... Huh?
That's what happened with Atreus.
Atreus does not seem like a good example of mental stability.
I
more
mean,
often than not.
You're not wrong, but still.
Oh, just to ask to be curious, how much
Yeah.
time has passed at this point? Like since I knocked the prince unconscious?
About half an hour to 45 minutes.
This is a long process.
Yeah.
I want to try to get him as much of a long rest as I can.
He's starting to move more. And he begins to kind of shift in. So, explain to me exactly what is keeping him in place.
Okay, exactly what is keeping him in place currently, much like you described, is something akin to a straitjacket. So it's got his arms back in a position where it's not cutting off circulation, but they would not be physically easy to move. And it's like a lot of leather bands wrapped around him to further restrain his ability to move his arms. And then his legs are basically just like blanket burritoed up.
Okay.
And then Annabelle is constantly using some amount of prestidigitation to... So he's not burning up in there.
Okay, fair enough.
Because she has noticed he seems to be breaking out into a sweat. If that's a cold sweat or not, she's still making sure it's not sticking on his body. Because she doesn't want him to get sick because she's trying to help him.
This is fair. Okay.
I.e., Annabelle's medicine check may have been crap, but she does know how to do medicine.
Yes, it's just kind of like trying to manage. Oh,
Yeah. So, anyways, Tacitus.
You notice that he begins to kind of keeps shifting. The prince keeps shaking, and he's beginning to sweat again. His eyes, even though they're closed, begin to tighten as if trying to keep out some sort of mental image. And under his breath, you just hear the faint words: disappointment, sorry, I couldn't control it, I couldn't help myself. Words like amends, penance keep getting thrown around. And then you hear him say the words, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mother. Sorry, Father. I can't. I'm not strong enough. I can't. I can't. And then it just keeps repeating over and over again. You see him begin to slowly just kind of curl as much as he can in this restrained position into what is almost like pulling his knees up to his chest. And he just kind of sits there. And you see ever so slightly rocking back and forth. You
At
see some
that,
tears.
at that, Annabelle is actually going to climb onto the bed herself and sort of cradle him. And just start whispering just quietly into his ear, even though she knows he's asleep. Just, you're okay. You're okay.
A few more tears. Silence. Tacitus just kind of stands there.
Hey, Tacitus.
Yeah?
You're like a magely fellow or of some description, right?
I mean, kinda.
Do you know anything that can like get you into a person's head?
Uh, yes. I.
I just think it might help. Maybe
What
not
exact?
now,
What
but
exactly are you wanting, though? Is the first question.
to help him, he's not
But
going to be able to control himself while he's filled with all this kinds of doubt.
do you want to like go into his dreams or something, or like what? What do you mean?
She just sort of thinks for a second. Either go into his dreams or get an idea. Like, I want to get a message to him, but I want him to be able to really hear it. Not with his ears, but like, I guess you could say I want him to hear it with his heart.
Hmm.
He's got friends, people that will look out for him. I want him to know that.
He doesn't think so.
I know. That's
He
why I
just
want him to hear it.
he just thinks everyone's in it for and the titles.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind a title, but I know I'll get that on my own time. I don't need him for that, so I don't want that from him. Honestly, at this point, I just want him to be. Well, he's gonna have the stress of a kingdom on his shoulders. He's got to at least have a few people willing to help him take that burden that aren't just advisors. This whole time, by the way, she's still like cradling and helping him rock a little bit.
He is no longer crying. but he is shaking still.
If you could help me get that message to him, Tacitus, that would be greatly appreciated, and I would definitely buy you a cow at my earliest convenience and maybe get you a person depending on what happens.
I mean, you could have. Okay, fine. All right.
I mean, and whatever else would be worth that.
Okay, so out of character, if if are you wanting to do this now, or are you wanting to do this next session? Because we're around the
Yeah,
free.
we're getting close to time here.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just trying
why
to
I'm
get
wanting
this
to
set
know.
up right now. It could either be
Okay,
done next session or potentially even out of session if we wanted to.
we'll do it in session.
Okay.
Okay, but I just wanted to ask that right now, so I knew. Okay, he kind of looks to you. Well, once your friends get back, if they're up for it, better to go in numbers, just in case.
Sounds like a plan, Tacitus.
That is where we'll end for the night.
Alrighty then.
Ha ha! Sadness.
My heart. Night, why must you do this?
Big ouch.
That's Annabelle for you. Too good for her own good.
I mean, let's be honest, that's probably most of the party, besides maybe Oleg.
What's that, sorry?
Listen, you think that was sad? Oh boy, just wait until next week. You get to see why he was crying. Thumbs
Hey,
up.
Small.
Boy,
Oh boy.
yeah.
Hey, Small. How'd you like that?
You make my heart melt. Stop.
I told you. Be prepared.
Well,
Why
don't let it melt
was
too
it?
much, or it'll be the fondue Tacitus eats after we're all dead.
Oh, dear.
a person now.
To be fair, I could probably find him a person to eat.
I mean, hobos.
Criminals are a thing.
Criminals and hobos, my dude.
Well, not hobos. Annabelle has a special soft place in her heart for hobos.
Okay,
She
listen.
is one.
Criminal hobos are free game. All right.
Since when did you start playing Condemned 2?
Listen.
But yeah. I will get that boy a person and I will watch him eat it.
Oh, joy. I have a specific thing written out describing how he eats.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm fully ready for it. You don't understand how much it takes to actually disturb Annabelle. She's
But-
got a gut of iron.
Yeah. But be that as it may, since session is now over, does anybody have announcements, shout outs, social medias they want to say where people can find them?
Hello.
The mistress of shit herself.
I will be back.
I love that. Hello.
I wish you could have seen the hand motion I did because it was glorious. Hi, I'm Andy. I play D&D on Sundays normally at twitch.tv/@VariantCitizen at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. I play Desire, Tiefling Blood Hunter. She's a lot of fun. We just completed a big dungeon. We also have, also, usually Mondays, when we have a session on Mondays we have a thing called Dungeons and Discussions, where a few of us get together. It's kind of a shoot the shit kind of show for about an hour, where we kind of talk about the session, everybody can ask us questions. Night has been in there. It's a lot of fun. Not like in a voice chat, but like just sending us questions. We have a Twitter, World of Iona. Usually we kind of post if we're having sessions or anything like that. Well, some of us who have Twitters will post about our characters and it'll get reblogged and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm very active on Twitter about my character.
Yes, she is.
Andy's very active in general.
And then YouTube channel where we post VODs. We are up to, I believe, episode 19 or 18. Audios, as my DM likes to say, we're a bunch of just kind of regular Joes doing this in our homes. So you'll hear stuff in the background, and our audio is not like studio quality, but we're having a lot of fun.
Hello, I
And
returned.
we also
Thank
post
you.
the Dungeons and Discussions up there too. Have fun looking at the thumbnails. My DM has a lot of fun with those. And then you can find me myself. Hold on, let me type it out. Caroline1 on Twitter, where I post about Desire, and I'm going to be posting about some new D&D characters that are slowly coming up. The new children that are going to be tortured.
Torture your babies, it's how you feel good.
Yep, I can confirm this.
That's me.
It gets worse.
Mm,
I'm mentally ready for it. The question is everyone else?
I don't know, man.
Fucking better be, because guess what? It's coming whether you like it or not.
I mean, she could elect not to go in.
I mean, yeah, this is true. But
Annabelle's going
you're
in.
you're still gonna see some shit.
He's gonna
Whether you-
eat Annabelle's face.
Whether you
So
go
can I ask you one question, Knight, as like an
Yes.
out of game thing? Is it
Yes.
basically astral projecting into his mind?
Yes, you are not going to be able to do anything other than watch. That's all you get to do is watch whatever is going on in his head.
Yeah,
You might be able to try and interact. There will be some rolls. Whether or not you can is up to the roll.
Yeah, TBH, the reason why I was kind of having Annabelle doing this by herself was because I figured it was just going to be astral projection, not like actual proper full interaction. So I figure she's probably not going to die if she does it on her own.
But it'll be fun, I promise. I promise. You think I've been mean to him so far? No. Looks down at notes. No.
I mean, technically speaking, you've already done this meanness to him. We're just finding out about it.
Yeah, this is true. You get to find out about all the bad things.
Oh boy.
And now we get to help him with it.
Maybe.
Anyway,
We'll see.
though, Ash, do you have any announcements, shout-outs, or
Nope, I'm
social-
bored.
Oh. Okay, fine.
All right,
Well,
Jack.
I am. I
you-
don't have anything to shout out.
Not at the moment. I'm not entirely certain on a couple of things.
Alrighty.
But yeah, I've decided to give up my attempt to match Tired Vampire with the shit posting, so it's slowed down to a slightly more respectable pace. I just look,
Slightly
there
more
are things in
respectable.
life that no matter how much you want to succeed at, you just can't match the person.
Small, do you have anything?
Nah.
We're really boring this week, except for like 3 or 4 of them.
To be fair, it's usually just Andy that has shout outs.
Yeah.
Knight, what about you? Do you have anything?
Show yourself, boy.
I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow, but again, keyword there is try, so but yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like, Night Hunter 66 is me literally everywhere, so if you type it in somewhere and you see that little robot fella, that's me.
It's
Hype.
not you on Titanfall.
Listen, Titanfall is a different thing all entirely. Like, here's the shitty thing. 966 was already taken.
Oof.
What? How dare?
Capital K, capital H for the hunter, taken. Put the dash in there, taken. Underscores, taken. The weird uppercase, lowercase thing, taken.
Just all lowercase?
All lowercase, taken. Dash in
Dash
between the
between-
sixes, taken.
What about dashing between Night Hunter and 66?
Both taken. All taken. I have tried for like an hour and a half to find something that fits with Night Hunter 66 on Titanfall. Nope.
Like Knight dash Hunter dash
Yep.
6 dash.
Yep.
Jesus
All
Christ!
taken.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah. Cause fuck me, right?
It might be that it
I mean-
specifically doesn't allow similar usernames.
Probably.
Possibly, but like,
I swear to God, I'm gonna like one day as a complete joke change it to like Peach Hunter 66. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I'll be able to claim that one. Everything else,
I
no.
mean, look,
gotta
I'm
be-
always immensely surprised that I don't need to put a number after my name. I just log in. I just go, hey, what do you want, Jack Detman? Yeah, fine, you got it.
You need to fully embrace the fact that you're a peach muncher.
Listen, listen, listen.
You know,
I'll,
I
I'll
think
try
this is the
anything.
best
I'll try
time-
anything once. All right.
I think this is the best time for us to sign off.
Oh, this,
Well,
No.
this
I
is so
have to do
No.
the announcement for Thursday.
Well, that's you.
Yes, but if you enjoyed tonight's shenaniganery, you can find here again on Thursday myself, Andy, Ash, as well as Armored Hunter and Dark Savior with Mythosia as the DM for finishing up a one-shot we did around Christmas time.
I get to be a part of it this time.
Yee. And, kind of sad not going to be able to play Zerali anymore, but hey, you know, that's the hand that we were dealt. We finished that campaign, so gotta finish up a one-shot, and then Ash, after
No.
Armored Hunter, will be doing a thing for a few weeks, and then Ash gets to take over as long-term DM on Thursdays.
And then we'll also have the fair Night Hunter here to join us.
I finally get to fucking play again. Yes.
Next week, my dude.
Listen. It's been a while. God damn it.
Next week, my dude. Next week.
Technically, you get to play an Armored's game as well.
Yeah, that's why I said next week.
That's not Armored's game.
Next week, yes, it is.
No, next week is the wrap-up of the one shot. Oh, wait, no. You're talking about next week as in literally next week, not Thursday.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Anyways,
But yeah, you'll be able to find us here for that on the same channel on Thursday at, if all goes well, 7 p.m. EST. And if not 7 p.m., it'll be 8 p.m. I'll tweet about it beforehand. And the Twitter that you need to go to for that is, I'm putting it in the Twitch chat. That is the Twitter handle you will have to go to for that to see the announcement. And obviously, if you're already following on here, then just, you know, when you see the alert, come hop into chat, say hi. Watch us hopefully not get obliterated. But yeah, I believe that is it for everything.
Yeah.
All right then. So we'll see everybody next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
bye.
Soon.
You.
But good night, everybody.